Calling all listeners, attention all radio listeners, to a broadcast regarding calling all cars. The program will be broadcast at 9 p.m. on Monday, beginning May 1st. That's all. Rosenquist.
Calling all cars, a copyrighted program created by Rio Grande.
Imperial County Sheriff's Office calling all cars. Attention all cars to broadcast 281 regarding a murder. Be on the lookout for 3 Filipinos. These men shot and killed a man near El Centro this day. No description of suspect. That's all. Rosenquist.
Grande Crack is refined so that it meets all the demands of public-serving automobiles, whether it be speeding to the scene of a crime or slowly cruising a neighborhood to preserve peace. It is the money-saving gasoline of superior performance at any speed. When I point out that Rio Grande Crack powers more police cars, fire engines, ambulances, and other emergency equipment wherever it is sold in any other brand, I always remind you that this great gasoline has a quicker start, appreciated by fast and slow drivers alike. That Rio Grande Crack accelerates more smoothly, provides more power and miles per gallon, regardless of the rate of speed. So, come on, join the army of motorists who are getting the most out of their cars at the least cost with police car performance Rio Grande Crack, the most highly recommended gasoline sold in the West. The facts upon which tonight's story has been based were taken from the confidential files of the office of the Sheriff of Imperial County, California. We are privileged to welcome to Calling All Cars the present Sheriff of that county, Mr. Robert W. Ware.
We in the Imperial Valley have a special problem in law enforcement. Geographically, we are so situated that we get more than our share of transient labor, and a large part of this labor is foreign-born or of foreign extraction. Our laws are not always so well understood by these people, and in many instances there is a lack of respect for law and order. Irrespective of the difficulty of our task, we spare no effort to emphasize the losing nature of crime of any sort. The story we are about to hear was no exception. Though it began in Imperial County, it had ramifications throughout the western states and was finally solved in the Hawaiian Islands. How we were able to effect this solution you will hear as the program progresses. And I will be back at the end of the program to explain further how we brought home to a group of lawbreakers the lesson that crime cannot pay.
A late afternoon breeze was beginning to relieve the sultriness that hung over the little town of Calipatria in Imperial County, California. Constable E.H. Thetford sat before a desk in the sheriff's substation, checking a sheaf of reports that lay face up beneath a wall calendar on which was printed the date November 19, 1932. Suddenly, Thetford became aware that he was not alone in the office and looked up to see a Mexican ranch hand standing just inside the doorway, uneasily twisting his hat with nervous fingers.
What's the matter, buddy? Want to see me about something?
Si, senor. I'm finding a man lying down in the road. Think I better come here and tell you.
A man lying in the road? Where?
Oh, 2, maybe 3 miles from here. It's a dirt road, not much cars. This man, I think he's pretty sick. He might be dead.
Who is he? Anyone you know?
No, he's a dark man. It's what you call a Hindu. I think maybe he's dead. I have no go close enough to look good, though.
Why not?
His life is still. It makes me have fear.
All right. Wait a minute while I put through a phone call. Then we'll drive out and have a look at this fella. Put me through to Sheriff George Campbell's office in El Centro, will you please, operator? See here, buddy. This better not be a cock and bull story you're telling me, because if it is,
County Sheriff's Office.
Oh, Sheriff Campbell?
No, he isn't in just now. This is Under Sheriff Rodney Clark.
Oh, hello, Clark. This is Thetford up at Calipatria.
Oh, yes, that's right.
There's a Mexican here in the office who's just found a man's body lying in the road near town. He says he thinks the man's a Hindu. I thought maybe you might want to send somebody up here or come up yourself.
No details yet, huh?
No? I'm picking up Deputy Sheriff Ike Holmes right away, and we're driving out with this Mexican to see what we can learn.
Okay, Bedford, you go ahead and investigate. I'll probably be up there by the time you get back.
Right. All right, buddy. Let's go take a look at your dead man. This is certainly a lonely enough road, Holmes. Not much more than a wagon trail.
Yeah, that's what makes me think this Mexican might have really stumbled onto something.
About how much farther is it, buddy?
Oh, it's just a little way now. You see those bush where the road turns?
Yeah.
I find this man lying down in the road just around that turn.
And we'll know in a minute, Bedford.
Uh-huh. I'll slow down a little so we won't run over him if he's still there.
This is the turn. Just a little bit more. There, you see, he's still lying in the road.
By George, that's right.
Hey, I know this fellow. It's Cham Singh. He and another Hindu own a ranch not far from here.
Looks like he's been shot.
Yeah. As far as I can make out, he's still alive. Better get him to a hospital right away.
Here. I'll give you a hand, and we'll get him into the car.
Okay.
I'm going to stick to this man like a leech, Bedford. If he regains consciousness and we can get him to talk, we'll be able to clean up this case in no time.
After getting Cham Singh to a hospital, Deputy Sheriff Ike Holmes, true to his word, remained at the wounded man's bedside until consciousness and strength returned sufficiently for the man to make a statement.
You have a ranch somewhere near Calipatria, haven't you, Mr. Singh?
Yes. My partner, Brown Singh, and I drove peas.
Was Brown Singh with you when you were shot?
Yes, he was in the car. I don't know what they have done with it. I'm afraid for him.
They? Suppose you tell me the whole story from the beginning.
Yesterday, we finished with the pea harvest, and this morning Brown Singh and I came into town to get the money from the bank to pay off the men.
What kind of labor do you hire?
Filipinos.
I see. Go on.
The crew foreman at the ranch, he's a Filipino we call Pedro, knew that my partner and I were going into town and offered to give us a ride in an automobile that belonged to one of his helpers. It looked good to us, and so we said yes.
And then this fellow Pedro drove you into town, eh?
No, he went with us. But the boy who owned the car drove.
Do you remember the boy's name?
I think they called him Prudencio. Anyway, we got into the car and were just ready to drive away from the ranch when...
Come on, Prudencio. Let's go.
Don't you think we better wait for Leon?
Leon, no. Let him get to town some
You
other
make
way.
a promise to him.
He's trying to leave without me.
Hurry up, then. You keep us waiting. Where are the two Mr. Singhs in the box seat?
I think you try to leave me behind.
No, we're not trying to leave you. You get in the middle here, between me and Prudencio.
Oh.
Now, let's go.
Suitcases back there getting your way, Mr. Singh?
No, not at all. We are very comfortable. It was nice of you boys to take us into the bank.
Oh, that's all right, Mr. C.
We'll be back at the ranch in a few minutes. I want you to figure out how much money you owe the hands, Pedro. I'm going to pay off this afternoon.
I already figured it out, Mr. C.
Good.
I have it here in this little book. 26 boys working. Each boy make 1 cent a pound, and they pick...
1 cent a pound? No one said these boys would get 1 cent a pound.
Oh, yes. You told me I should tell the boys that they make 1 cent a pound.
Yes, Mr. Singh. Pedro say 1 cent a pound.
That's impossible. If I pay you so much, I make nothing.
We don't know nothing about that. I figured the price like I tell you, and you pay.
Not one pea rancher in the valley could pay you like that. The market price of peas is very bad this year, awful bad.
Just the same, I tell my Filipino boys what they make for picking, and they're going to get it.
You can't cheat us, Mr. Singh.
But I didn't tell you to make any such price.
Didn't I tell you, Prudencio, that Mr. Singh say 1 cent a pound?
Yes. That's what you tell me too, Prudence.
Say,
You're going past the ranch. Where are you taking us? We want to talk to you about what you owed before we go back. So we take you up a little road we know, where it's quiet. You take us back to the ranch, or else you stop the car and let us out. Not until we fix this thing up, Mr. Singh. If you don't stop the car, I'll make you stop it. Oh, no, you better be quiet and not try to do nothing. I'll show you that I mean what I say. So you would try that thing? You have the gun, Pedro. Shoot him. No. Open the door of the car. Throw him out of the car. Yes, I heard the shot. I don't remember anything more. I guess they threw me out of the car.
And you have no idea where they took your partner?
No. And I'm very much afraid for him. You see, he had in his pocket the $600 payroll we drew at the bank.
$600 in cash, huh? About what time would you say all this happened?
I think about 11 o'clock this morning. The bank closes at noon on Saturday, and we wanted to be in plenty of time to get the money.
Yes, of course. Now, just one more question, Mr. Singh. Do you know what kind of a car these three Filipinos were driving?
Pedro called it an Auburn. It's the kind that is all closed in.
Oh, yes, an Auburn sedan. Well, I'll leave you to get some rest now, and we'll start looking for your partner right away.
When Holmes returned to the substation from his interview with Sham Singh, he found Under Sheriff Rodney Clark and Deputy Sheriff Elliott waiting for him. Then, as they were discussing the details of the crime...
So it looks like our best bet is to locate that Auburn sedan, Clark.
Yeah, the sooner we get started, the better. Did Sham Singh know the names of those three Filipinos who held him up and shot him?
He knows their first names, that's all. Prudencio, Pedro, and Leon. Pedro seemed to be the ringleader.
That's not much good. All three are common Filipino names. Well, let's... Oh, wait a minute. Looks like one of those two Japanese who just came in wants to talk to you, Holmes.
Do you want to see me?
Oh, yes, please. Very important.
All right, spill it.
My friend and I are finding very strange things. We are finding lonesome automobile having dead man.
A dead man, you say?
Oh, yes, please. Same being very dead.
Tell me, was the dead man a Hindu?
Also, you already knowing, eh?
Not exactly. What kind of a car was it?
Automobile being open. Him have license plate from Arizona. Also have 3 suitcases in back. We're taking good look.
So it seems. Can you show us where you found this car?
Also, we can show him all right.
Well, boys, this is what I was afraid of.
Yes, we've got murder against those three Filipinos now.
Yeah, there it is, boys. There's the car we're looking for. Those Japanese gave us a good steer.
Yes, it looks like those Filipinos hit a blind road. That irrigation canal running across there only has a footbridge over it.
I think I know what happened. They meant to take a road about a half a mile farther up the highway. It looks just like this one when you turn off onto it, but I guess they were excited and turned off too soon.
Well, here we are. Let's see what we can find out.
That's sure a break. They're hitting the wrong road and having to abandon the car. Well, let's have a look in the back seat here. The poor fellow's dead, all right.
It'll be a good idea to open those suitcases and see what's inside.
Yeah. I'll hand them out to you.
All right.
While you're looking in them, I'll see if they left the registration in the car, Clark.
Nothing on the outside of these suitcases to tell us anything. No initials or travel stickers. Maybe when I open them up.
Well, the registration's still here. It gives the name of Prudencio Ramdaris as the owner. Well, that checks with what Sham Singh told me.
Well, at least we know who one of them is. There's nothing in these suitcases but clothing, toilet articles. Not a thing has any mark of identification on it. I'm afraid we won't get any clues from these.
The only thing I can see to do is go across that footbridge over the irrigation canal and see if we can pick up their tracks on the other side.
night closed in on Under Sheriff Clark and his two deputies without sight of the fugitives. Temporarily defeated, they turned back to town, taking the murder car with them, intent on returning in the early morning with horses to continue the manhunt. And then on their arrival at the Calapatria substation, an old prospector came forward to meet them.
Howdy, gentlemen. I come into town here less than an hour ago to get some supplies, and the first thing I heard about was this here murder.
Yes, you don't happen to know anything about it, do you?
Well, not about the murder, no. But I think I know something about where the fellers is that done it.
Oh, fine. Let's have it. Where are they?
I come into town from the Chocolate Mountains using the old Beals Well Road. Just where the trail hits the range, I seen 3 pair of footprints. I reckon they was made by the men you were looking for.
Great Scotty. Why, it doesn't seem possible they could have gotten that far on foot, even with a 5-hour start.
Just the same, that's where I seen them prints. Looked like they might be making for Palo Verde over on the Colorado River.
But you didn't see anything of the men themselves?
Nope, just the tracks while I was driving along.
You're absolutely sure of what you saw?
Sure. I ain't so old, my eyes has gone sour on me. I know what I seen.
Hardly anyone ever travels that road, Clark. It's 60 miles long from Nyland on this edge to Palo Verde on the Arizona line, and only one water hole along the road.
And there's a mighty slim chance that they're picking up a ride, huh?
Practically no chance at all.
Then this is our chance, boys. We're driving into Palo Verde along the Beals Well Road tonight.
I'll split the reward with you.
Leaving Holmes in charge at the substation and taking Constable Thetford in his place, Under Sheriff Clark and Deputy Elliott made the journey to Palo Verde. It was midnight when they reached their destination, for they had encountered no sign of the fugitives. Meanwhile, Clark contacted the Mexican passport photographer and obtained a print of every Filipino he had photographed for passport purposes. Clark and Thetford then presented a handful of photographs to Sam Singh at the county hospital.
Mr. Singh, we have reason to believe that the men who attacked you and killed your partner have their pictures among this group. Would you mind looking through them and see if you can identify any of the lot?
Sure. Listen, I would know these men in an instant. Yeah. There's one of them. Let me see. Not this one. Not this. Not this. Here's another. Let me look for more.
Here, let me fan the rest of these out for you so you can see them easier. There now.
No, we have them all. That man is the third.
You're sure of these identifications, Mr. Singh?
I'm positive.
Well, Thetford, they all agree on the same men.
Yeah. This is the one who drove. The one they call Prudencio.
Yes, we know. Prudencio Rondares. We found his name on the car registration.
And this one is Pedro.
Gives his name as Gavino Manzano here, but we'll soon check up on that.
He was the bad one. The one who had the gun. This other is the one they call Leon.
Uh-huh. It gives his name here as Pantaleon Rengor. Anyway, we know the men we want now, and thank you very much for your cooperation, Mr. Singh.
At once, copies of the photographs were mailed out to peace officers in California and Arizona. It was soon learned that all 3 men had been arrested at some previous date, and fingerprint records then followed the photographs. Meanwhile, 3 days of intensive search among the Filipino camps revealed no clue to the fugitives. It was at last concluded that they had been successful in eluding the cordon of officers. But several days later, a Filipino was brought into Clark's office.
Here's a boy who says he's something to tell us about Gavino Monzano, Clark.
Yes? What's your name, lad?
Enrico Garcia, sir.
All right. What is it you want to tell us?
Gavino. He say his name Ramon Simon, but he Gavino. He tried to take away from me my girlfriend.
When was this?
Just before he shoot Mr. Singh and the other Hindu and run away.
How do you know Gavino shot the Hindu?
I see it in the paper. When Gavino run away, this girl go away too.
What's the girl's name?
Maria Thorne. She come from Stockton, and for a while I go with her. But Gavino say he want her, and for me to keep away.
Do you know this girl's address in Stockton?
Yes. It is here on this piece of paper.
Oh, fine. Oh, thanks a lot, Garcia. This might be a big help.
If you catch this Gavino, you fixed him good, no?
You bet we will.
But nearly 2 months went by, and the fugitives remained at large. And then police at San Jose telegraphed that Ponce Leon's Rengo had been seen and identified there. Instructions were wired back to arrest and hold him, and Sheriff George Camel left immediately by automobile for that city. Upon arriving, the prisoner was brought out for transfer back to El Centro.
He's your man, Sheriff Campbell. Huh? Why, well, that's not Rengor.
Not Rengor? What do you mean?
Just what I say. That's not the man I want.
Are you sure?
Positive. Here's a photograph of Rengor. Look for yourself.
By George, I believe you're right. You'll admit there is a strong resemblance, though.
Well, sure, but that doesn't help me any.
Well, I'm sorry, Sheriff, particularly after your long ride up here.
Oh, well, these things happen once in a while.
When are you leaving to go back to El Centro?
Well, might as well go right away. I think I'll drive out to the highway by way of the foreign quarter, just on the slim chance of seeing the man I'm looking for.
That's asking for a lot, Sheriff.
I guess maybe it is. Well, goodbye.
Bye, Sheriff. Sorry things worked out the way they did.
Oh, me. This is going to be a long drive home alone. Afraid the boys are going to have a lot of fun about this. Jupiter, that Filipino sitting in that parked car looks enough like Rengor to... Let's stop and have a good look. Hey, young fella. I think you're the man a friend of mine spoke to me about.
Me? Why should somebody speak to you about me?
Well, I'll tell you. He thought maybe I could use you.
Huh?
Hold out your arms a minute so I can see how strong you are. No, in front of you.
Well, what's the idea? Well, why do you want to put these handcuffs on me?
I think you know why without me telling you, Rengor. Now walk on over here to my car and don't give me any trouble.
You made a big mistake, senor.
Oh, no, I haven't.
What is it you arresting me for?
For murder.
Murder?
Yep. The murder of Brom C.
But they didn't kill him. It was Gavino Manzano.
Oh. But you admit that you were with Manzano at the time of the killing, do you?
Oh, yes, but Gavino, he did the shooting.
How'd you fellas get away?
So some Filipino boys hid us on a ranch for 2 days. Then they took us to Brawley at night, and we hid 2 more days. Then we come up here to San Jose.
What happened to Manzano and Ronderes?
I don't know. They went away right after we got here.
You don't know where they went, eh?
No.
Well, maybe you do and maybe you don't. But I know where you're going, and I know where you're going to stay for a long, long time.
Following the arrest and confession of Rengor came a sudden switch in the search for one of the remaining 2 fugitives. Postal authorities in Stockton, watching the mail addressed to Maria Thorne, Manzano's girlfriend, intercepted a letter sent to her from Honokawa, Hawaii, bearing the return address of R. Simone. All information concerning Manzano was immediately dispatched to Sheriff Henry K. Martin of Hawaii County, Hawaii, who in turn gave it to Deputy Sheriff William J. Rickford of Hamakua County, in which the town of Honokawa is located. Deputy Rickard acted on the information at once, and within 48 hours had discovered Manzano working in a laundry under the name of Simone. Quietly and skillfully, he made the arrest, and Manzano, like Rengor, was unaware that he was in custody until the handcuffs were on his wrists. Placed in jail in Hilo, Manzano was then confronted by Rickard and Sheriff Martin.
Well, Manzano, what have you got to say for yourself?
I don't know what you mean.
Oh, yes, you do. What have you got to say about that murder back in the States?
You talk like you think I did it. Well, I didn't.
You were there, weren't you?
Then who did it? The 2 Filipino boys who were with me. They got mad at the Hindus because they thought they didn't give them enough pay. So they shoot them both.
But you didn't have anything to do with that. Is that it?
No. I tried to save the Hindus and knock the gun out of my friend's hand, but it was too late.
Now, you don't expect us to believe that, do you?
I don't care whether you do or not.
Well, how did you manage to get away from the California officers that were looking for you? I hire a friend to take me to San Diego after I go to a part of El Centro by walking. Then I went to Seattle by bus. Then in December I come to Honolulu on boat from Vancouver. Pretty soon I come to Hanaka and work in laundry. Then I am arrested.
Just why did you come to the island?
Because I have brother and some cousins here. Because I want to get away from police in Imperial Valley.
That's what I thought. Well, I found out that your brother and your cousins would rather not have you here. They're afraid of you.
Sure they're afraid of me.
Why? I didn't find you so tough when I arrested you.
No, that's because you take me by surprise, but you wait and see.
Wait for what? It's too late for you to do anything now, Manzano.
You think so, huh? Then listen. They'll never take me to the United States alive, do you hear? Never, never, never!
Word of Manzano's arrest was sent by Martin to Sheriff Campbell at El Centro, and Under Sheriff Clark was detailed to take the next boat to Honolulu in order to bring back his prisoner. But before the ship was 4 days at sea, Manzano had broken jail during the early morning hours of February 21st under the protection of a downpour of rain and disappeared into the island's dense morass of vegetation. Sheriff Martin immediately took personal charge of the search, assisted by his chief deputy, Peter N. Hakela.
Oh, it was the pounding of this confounded rain that made it possible, Peter. How could anyone hear him sawing away in this downpour?
It's just one of those things, Sheriff.
He's been in jail just 3 weeks, and under our very noses, he made a saw blade out of a flat bucket handle.
Well, we got to get him again, that's all.
You bet we've got to get him again. He's only been free a little while. We throw a cordon of motorcycle policemen around Hilo, say around, territory 6 miles square. We ought to have him, sure.
Sounds a very good idea to me.
All right, then give orders to have this done right away. Then have as many police as can be spared search the territory between the lines. Won't be much chance of finding tracks, though. This rain will have washed them all out.
I'll give orders at once, Sheriff.
Not far from Hilo was the isolated home of a Filipino. There it was found that Manzano had appeared soon after his escape and demanded food and clothing. 2 motorcycle officers, Amos Costa and Cicero Bento, were therefore stationed to guard the hut in the event of the outlaw's return. Then, early in the morning of the second day following Manzano's dash for freedom, these 2 officers were discussing the search while watching through one of the cottage windows.
Do you suppose Manzano really will come back here?
The Filipinos who live here seem to think so. They're scared to death.
Yeah, I know. They have him figured out as a pretty desperate character.
And when he was here before, these people gave him most of the food in the house and a really good suit of clothes. They wouldn't have done that if they hadn't been afraid of him.
Boys at the jail say Manzano swore that he'd never be sent back to the States alive. Do you suppose he meant the jailbreak? Or that he'd kill himself?
I don't know. If he comes back here, he's as good as back in jail.
You're right on that. I was just wondering if... Look. Over where I'm pointing. By those trees.
Huh? Yeah. Yeah, I see him.
Manzano, all right. Naked as the day he was born.
Tore his clothes off getting through that jungle, I guess. See there? He's looking around. Trying to figure out if it's safe to try for the house.
Now he's coming this way. We'd better be quiet, so there's no chance of his hearing us.
He stopped again. Suppose he heard us?
No. He's making for the door again. Come on. Let's get out of sight and wait.
He must be just outside the door now. All right, Manzano. You better surrender quietly.
Oh, you, eh?
Get me if you can.
Hold on to me, Carl. Don't let him get away.
You think I can't get away?
No, you can't.
Get away.
Let me alone. Custer. Hurry, put the cuffs there.
Let me alone.
Yeah, I guess that'll hold you for a while.
Here. Throw this blanket around him. We'll take him in.
All right.
You open the door.
Now then, let's go, Manzano.
Yeah. You never will get me back to the jail, you...
Look out. He's broken away. He's starting to run.
Shoot me. Go ahead. Shoot me, I don't care. Come on, Costa. We've got to get him.
that again. You can't hold me in jail. You can't take me back to the United States.
Oh, yeah? You'll get shackles this time, so you can't possibly escape.
I'll never see the United States again. Never!
You're crazy, Manzano. You're looking at a part of it right now. Well, let's not stand in the rain all day. Come on, my vest pocket, Jesse James.
In just a moment, Sheriff Ware will conclude our program. If something went wrong to mar your motor trip over the weekend, make certain the next one is automotively perfect. Be sure the moving parts of your motor are protected by Realube, and keep the parts moving smoothly, powerfully, and economically with Rio Grande Crack, the police car performance motor fuel that is preferred by those who drive the most, who know the most about gasoline. And now, Sheriff Ware.
Manzano was returned to California despite his vehement statements to the contrary. He was brought to trial and implicated by Rengor, who had been sentenced previously. Ronderis was arrested by the Santa Clara Sheriff's Office in 1937. He and Manzano were found guilty and sentenced to study for the remainder of their lives the lesson that crime of any sort cannot pay.
Thank you, Sheriff Ware.
Imperial County Sheriff's Office calling all cars. Attention all cars. The cancellation of broadcast 281 regarding a murder. Suspects in this case are now in custody. That's all. Roll clear.
This is your narrator, Frederick Lindsley, bidding you good night for Rio Grande.
Remember, 1 week from tomorrow night, Monday, May 1st at 9 o'clock, Rio Grande will present the case of the bitter wine. This is the Columbia Broadcasting System.
The American West. Once it could have been the British, Spanish, or even the Russian West. It became American primarily because of the explorations of two young Army officers, Meriwether Lewis and William Clark. Their pioneering journey stands as one of the great achievements in the history of the United States.
Captain Lewis.
Hello, Sergeant.
Welcome back, sir. Hope you had a tolerable trip.
Well, I took a new trail from Detroit and ran into an Indian situation that looked tight for a little while, but you know me, Sergeant. Paymaster, 1st Infantry, can't let the men down. Here.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Who won the election?
Jefferson. Noble Sir Thomas, the champion of the common man.
Good old Mr. Jefferson. He made it. He made it.
Huh. Republicans are all alike. No control.
What was that, Sergeant? Are you criticizing me or Mr. Jefferson?
Just giving an opinion, sir. What this country needs is a ruling class.
Sergeant, you're an idiot. 3 cheers for Tom Jefferson.
What's going on here? I'm trying to work.
Oh, you, Lewis.
Yes, sir. The sergeant just told me Mr. Jefferson was elected president.
And you're letting everybody know you're friends with him, is that it?
I voted for him, if that's what you mean.
No, not exactly, Captain. There's a letter for you from him in my office. Come in.
A letter from Mr. Jefferson?
Looks to me like a personal letter.
Well, our families are neighbors in Virginia.
Here. It came by special messenger day before yesterday.
Thank you, sir. It's a surprise to hear from him when he's busy taking over such a big job.
Well, Captain, good news or bad?
Dear Lieutenant Lewis, I'll have to tell him I made captain, Master. In view of my recent election to the presidency of the United States, I find that I will require a private secretary. Your tact and social adaptability, your knowledge of the Western country of the Army, has rendered it desirable for public as well as private purposes that you should be engaged in that office. If you accept, please obtain approbation from General Wilkinson and repair to the Presidential Mansion, Washington City. What do you think of that, Colonel? I am to be the new private secretary to the President.
I don't understand it, Louis. You, a secretary?
Why not, sir?
Well, if your written reports are any indication, you don't have a hand. You have a rooster's scratch, and you can't spell. Come, Captain. Why would the President want you for a secretary?
Very simple, Colonel. He likes me.
Horizons West, the continued story of the Lewis and Clark expedition. Now, with Harry Bartell as Meriwether Lewis and John Anderson as William Clark, listen to Chapter 1, Mr. Jefferson's Dream. Years before he was elected president in 1800, Thomas Jefferson had dreamed of exploring the unknown lands west of the Mississippi River. Unknown lands that were said to contain wonders such as a mountain of pure salt and prehistoric mammoths. Now that he had been inaugurated, Jefferson was in a position to realize his dreams by sending what he liked to call a corps of discovery into the West. Because of certain political and commercial rivalries, such an expedition would have to be kept secret as long as possible and would need superlative leadership. After considering a number of young men, Jefferson finally selected the leader, Meriwether Lewis, and had ensured the secrecy of the choice by offering him the job of private secretary to the President.
My name is Meriwether Lewis, and I'm making what the Colonel has called rooster scratches in my journal. In March of 1801, I was 26 years old, a captain in the 1st Infantry and paymaster for the regiment. I liked Army life, even though being paymaster meant I had to travel constantly through the wilderness parts of Kentucky, Tennessee, Ohio, and along the Mississippi frontier in order to pay the scattered troops of the regiment. I managed to make the rounds about twice a year. Anyway, on March 6, 1801, the day after I received my letter from Mr. Jefferson, I left the Army depot in Pittsburgh on my way to Washington, the new federal city. The spring rains made the roads a slough of mud, and it took me over 2 weeks to reach the White House. Mr. Jefferson had gone for a short vacation to Monticello, but he left instructions for me to move into his quarters, where I would receive free food and lodging and a salary of $600 per year, much better than captain's pay, I might add. So I unpacked and tried to get settled before the President returned.
A little more of the boeuf bourguignon, Meriwether?
Boeuf bourguignon? I was about to call it the best beef stew I ever ate.
Have some more.
Mr. President, I've had 2 helpings already. Where did you ever find such a cook?
In Paris. When I was there as United States ambassador, I persuaded him to come home with me. Now, shall we take our brandy into the library? I suppose you're anxious to know a little about your duties.
Well, frankly, sir, I've been wondering why you chose me for the job.
For the sake of morale, let's have one thing understood. Friendship had nothing to do with it.
Yes, sir. Surely you could have found someone with a more impressive hand, and surely you had more qualified applicants.
For a secretarial position, Meriwether, all of the applicants were better qualified than you.
Then I don't understand.
Well, think of the position as a sort of aide-de-camp. After all, secretary is only an official title.
Like a general's aide?
Exactly.
And not a secretary.
I like to write my own letters, and I can, with either hand. And later I'll show you a copying machine I've invented. Now, all I really need is a file clerk, and that will leave you free to handle certain confidential matters for me.
Yes, sir.
I wonder if you remember, 9 years ago you asked me if you could go on Andre Michaud's scientific expedition into the West. You were too young then, but now Now you're as qualified as any man to lead a similar expedition.
Even if I fail like Michaud, I couldn't think of anything I'd rather do.
I thought you'd feel that way about it. Now, you would explore the Missouri clear to its mountain headwaters, and then go on to the Pacific. If it is America's destiny to be a great nation, she has to go beyond the Mississippi. Your expedition may or may not be the first step in such expansion, and in securing our borders against the British and the French. Well, I don't know yet. We have to let things develop a bit more, but I want you to think about such a trip anyway.
Yes, sir.
Oh, have you seen this?
I was admiring it, sir. It's a very handsome telescope.
I'm trying to figure out how to double this refracting space in order to add light and magnitude.
May I have a closer look? Scarcely a day went by when I didn't think about the expedition. Soon I was calling it the Corps of Discovery, as Mr. Jefferson did. I studied, I prepared. About a year later, the president called me into his office.
Come in.
Good morning, Mr. President. You wanted to speak with me?
Oh, yes. I thought I'd tell you to step up your preparations for the Corps of Discovery.
Step it up? I will, sir, with all possible dispatch.
Well, devote full time to it. I don't have to remind you of the necessity for secrecy. Don't even tell your mother.
Least of all my mother. She'd have it all over town.
I think you ought to know I'm secretly trying to buy New Orleans. Now that Louisiana is French again, that's the only way we can keep Mississippi open to American commerce. As long as Napoleon controls the river, we can't think of Western expansion.
True, sir.
Napoleon is almost sure to attack England. Now, part of British retaliation would probably include the occupation of Louisiana. There are no French troop contingents or Navy units in the area large enough to stop them. Can you imagine the British on our western border? We would use the Mississippi only after fighting and winning a major war, something we can't afford at present.
We're to wait for news of the purchase negotiations?
Oh, not at all. We'll explain your project as a scientific trip to locate the headwaters of the Mississippi.
Very good, sir.
Well, if I can buy more than New Orleans, I will. But once you're across the Mississippi and up the Missouri, we'll have won a partial victory. Also, I'd like you to get the Indian trade away from the British. You can do a lot towards that by establishing friendly relations with the tribes. Of course, you'll acquire detailed information about the route west to the mouth of the Columbia. I'm hoping the rumors are true that there's a single portage from the headwaters of the Missouri to the headwaters of the Columbia.
A water route to the Western Ocean.
Remember, water or land. We must have economic control of the continent.
Yes, sir. We'll be outflanking Spain, France, and England all in one simple maneuver.
Above all, Meriwether, the United States must grow. And expansion to the west is the natural direction.
Yes, sir.
Well, perhaps I'm asking too much, but I hope you won't neglect the scientific side of the journey. All my adult life, I've wanted to know what lies beyond the Mississippi. I've heard so many stories, tales. People have brought me boxes of mammoth bones from the area. Think of it. Actual prehistoric animals in the distant west. I wish I could go myself. I really do. I've been east to Europe. But do you know that I've never been more than 50 miles west of Albemarle County?
On January 18, 1803, Mr. Jefferson sent a secret message to Congress asking for an allocation of funds for the expedition. Congress complied, and I started gathering equipment and supplies, plus trying to cram navigation into my head at night. The more I studied, the more I thought of William Clark, who was a genius at navigation. Billy would be a great asset to the Corps of Discovery, but he was also a friend of mine, perhaps my best friend, and I couldn't pick his brains and take all the glory for myself. Maybe Billy could become my co-leader. I went to Mr. Jefferson to find out.
Come in.
May I speak to you, sir?
Oh, of course, Meriwether, of course. Close the door and sit down.
It's about the science side of the trip, sir.
Well, I'm glad you're giving it thought.
Mr. President, I'm not possessed of enough learning to
Who is Meriwether? Whoever knows enough. However, you're strong in botany, zoology, the study of minerals. Your knowledge of geography and navigation is sound.
But not sound enough, sir. Do you remember William Clark, the younger brother of General George Rogers Clark?
Billy, of course I remember him. A good boy.
Well, Billy and I have been friends for a long time. In 1797, he was my company commander. And the next year, he resigned to go home to Kentucky and help on the family farm. He's 32 now. He's a first-rate soldier and frontiersman and a genius at cartography and geography. I think I could talk him into going with us.
Oh, might be a good idea. You'll be more efficient with Billy to help. Go ahead. Enlist him as your aide.
Not as my aide, sir. Co-leader. Same rank, same pay, same allotment of glory. Or disgrace.
Are you that sure of him?
I don't follow you, sir.
Well, do you know him that well? Usually, having two leaders is the quickest route to dissension and failure.
Not with Billy. If he can't help us, he won't have any part of it.
I'd advise you to think it over carefully.
I have, sir. We need Billy Clark.
The decision is yours. You're the leader of the expedition.
Well, the crops look mighty fine. Be able to pay off a few more of the old debts.
There you are, Mr. Clark.
Hello, York. You look like you've been running.
Yes, sir. Got a letter for you. General George says it might be important.
Ah, maybe, York. It's from my old friend Meriwether Lewis at the White House.
White House? Mr. Jefferson's house?
Pursuant to the President's wishes, I am taking an expedition to explore the Missouri and the Columbia River valleys, eventually ending on the shores of the Pacific Sea. I hope to return to Washington on one of the trading vessels that call now and then at the mouth of the Columbia. If there is anything in this enterprise which would induce you to participate with me in its fatigues, dangers, and its honors, believe me, there is no man on earth with whom I should feel equal pleasure in sharing them as with yourself. What do you think of that, York? He wants me to go with him. Well, I'd better find George. George.
What's wrong? York, what's the matter with Billy?
Well, sir, this letter, George, read it.
All right. Well, from Missouri, Columbia. What? Well. Billy, seems to me there's a great field over here for a young man of ability and energy. Billy, accept at once.
Well, what about the farm? You can't manage it all by yourself.
Oh, crops are first rate this year. Jonathan and I'll hire some help while you're gone. Go with Captain Lewis.
I'm glad you feel that way.
I'll get our gear in order, sir. I'll get us some horses to ride.
Us? I don't remember that Captain Lewis invited you.
I'm not letting you go into that wilderness alone.
Clark sent me an acceptance as soon as he could, and then left for Louisville to begin recruiting under instructions to enlist for a voyage up the Mississippi rather than the Missouri. Secrecy was still important. I left quietly for Pittsburgh and the Army Supply Depot to check off equipment I'd ordered. Everything was ready, including a new kind of air gun or cannon, which would shoot a slug through 4 inches of wood. Only the boats were slow in construction. The workmen were incorrigible drunkards, and the more I tried to hurry them, the longer they took. But then I met scammers. Oh, devils, why do they stall around? What do they gain from such infernal slow motion? When I assume a task, something always seems to go wrong. Like those men over there, the sodden lumps. Why must I have all the problems? I wonder if I'll ever get started. I have to stop talking to myself. I have to control these fits of depression. Too many of them could mean the failure of the trip. I must stop. Hey, boy, what are you barking at? You're huge. You're big as a pony. I'm sorry, boy. I don't want to disturb you.
He won't hurt you. He's just saying good day to you.
What's his name?
Alan. After me brother, God bless him. He's a Newfoundland. Not me brother, the dog. Weighs nigh on to 200 pounds.
Really?
Oh, he's a fine one. My brother was a fine man, too. As big a man as Cannon as a dog. Quiet down, my boy, and stop nuzzling the gentleman. It's rude of you. Well, he ain't much for strangers, sir, but he likes you.
Hello there, Dodd. Nice, Scannon. What do you take for him? I'm going on a long trip. I need a beast like him.
Well, I never thought much of selling this cannon, but he does keep reminding me of my dead brother, and it ain't good to be kept in sorrow. I tell you what, $20 and he's yours.
$20? You must be out of your head. No dog's worth that much.
This one is. $20, that's my final price.
All right. All right, I may be a fool, but you've just sold a dog. 2 weeks later, the boats were ready. With 7 soldiers, a river pilot, 3 young men engaged on a trial basis, and Scannon, I started down the Ohio. The trip downriver was difficult at first. Several times we had to have the heavily laden boats pulled over shoals by oxen. The local settlers charged exorbitantly for such services. But as the river grew wider and deeper, the trip became easier. We stopped at Fort Massac, where I was fortunate enough to meet George Drouillard. He was known to be an experienced man among the Indians, a good woodsman and boatman, a crack shot. I engaged him as an interpreter since he didn't particularly want to enlist as a soldier. And then we took to the boats again. Good weather made it a relatively easy trip to Louisville, where I was to meet Billy Clark. Easy with the pole. Bring her in gently. Easy. Line. Tie her tight. Billy? Hey, Billy!
Meriwether, you're sure looking fine. You put on a few pounds at the president's table, didn't you?
I guess I did at that. It's good to see you.
And to see you. Say, where did you ever find a dog like that? He's a monster.
That's Scannon. I bought him in Pittsburgh. Scannon? Here, boy, here. Say hello to Captain Clark, Scannon.
He sure is big. I'm glad he's on our side.
Excuse me, Captain Clark. General George and Mr. Jonathan wanted you to be sure to bring Captain Lewis home for dinner.
Did I hear the word dinner?
You sure did.
I accept. George Drouillard can take charge for me here.
Oh, excuse me, York. Meet Captain Lewis, my old friend. Meriwether, this is my man, York. I'm taking him along.
It's a pleasure, York.
I'm honored, sir.
I told York he'd be treated like the others as long as he pulled his own weight.
With those muscles, you shouldn't have any trouble pulling twice your weight, York. But all joking aside, as a man, you're on the same level as every one of us in the Corps of Discovery.
Thank you, sir.
We had dinner that night with my brothers, General George and Jonathan. And the next morning, we left for St. Louis. The boatmen were expert, and in what seemed like no time at all, we had angled into the Mississippi. We headed north. Several days later, we stopped along the eastern bank of the river opposite St. Louis, where we would set up our winter camp.
Billy handled the training of the men and ran the base camp, which left me free to range up and down the river and the surrounding countryside, gathering the last of the supplies, information, and what have you. I ran into some trouble with the local gentry who styled themselves private agents for Indian tribes. These voracious middlemen were responsible for most of the delays we experienced that first winter, when we had to deal with the Indians of the Illinois Territory. At Fort Kaskaskia, I met more trouble in the shape of an obstinate commanding officer, Captain Bissell, whom I had encountered several times during my tenure as paymaster for the 1st Infantry.
All you want is for me to transfer my 2 best men, Sergeant John Ordway and Private Patrick Gass, to your unit. Why, Lewis? Why?
I told you once, Captain, Ordway is an experienced non-com. Gass is an expert carpenter and boat builder.
The answer is no.
But I'll be in boats for months. Suppose I need to make emergency repairs or build a new boat when I'm hundreds of miles from any base.
No, Lewis, my men stay here with me.
Do you mind telling me why?
I refuse to weaken the potential of my command to make it easier on you.
Since you won't cooperate, I have no recourse but to give you this letter.
All Army personnel, you are hereby ordered to honor any demand made upon you by Captain Meriwether Lewis. An order from him is to be considered an order from me. Signed, Thomas Jefferson.
How about that, Bissell? Is that authority enough for you? Having read Mr. Jefferson's letter, Captain Bissell gave in with much grumbling. I left Fort Kaskaskia with Ordway and gas, going directly to our winter camp. The electrifying news had come that Napoleon had sold all of Louisiana, not just New Orleans, to the United States. Everybody was filled with an outsized excitement. Everybody but Billy Clark.
Great news, Meriwether. Great news.
According to Jefferson's concept, Louisiana includes all the rivers of the Mississippi-Missouri system clear to their headwaters. That's thousands of miles to the western mountains.
Yes.
Come on, Billy. You should be as happy as I am. You should be telling the men to leave off work to celebrate.
You can do that after we talk. Let's go to my tent where we can have a little privacy.
All right.
Here we are. Go on in.
Now, what's this all about?
Read what our esteemed General Wilkinson has to say.
Dear Mr. Clark, due to the present strict organization of the Corps of Engineers, not only would be improper, but it is impossible to offer you a commission as a captain. I find that the highest appointment I can give you is that of a second lieutenant in the Corps of Artillerists. Your rank, however, will have no effect on compensation received for traveling with Captain Lewis's Corps of Discovery. Second lieutenant. Billy, I promised you a captain's commission, and Mr. Jefferson did, too. I'm sure he knows nothing about this.
It's all Wilkinson's doing. I feel sure of that.
Billy, there's no reason to talk about the letter to anyone else. As far as I'm concerned, the only difference between us is that I'm a captain, 1st United States Infantry, and you're a captain, 1st Corps of Discovery.
Being a second lieutenant on paper didn't bother me too much once I had time to get used to it. I was a captain according to everyone but Wilkinson. At 4 p.m. on May 13th, 1804, we left camp and started upriver. We had one large 55-foot keelboat and two 50-foot canoes, one white, one red. All three were packed with 44 men and more than 12,000 pounds of supplies. On shore, moving parallel to us, was our hunting detail, George Rouillard and 2 men. Captain Lewis would meet us at the river town of St. Charles. At the moment, he was in St. Louis at the laboratory of Dr. Antoine Saugrin, picking up small but important items for us.
3 thermometers, Captain Lewis. As far as I know, the only handmade ones in all of Louisiana.
Mr. Jefferson expects us to record temperatures all the way.
As a scientific expedition must. When you next see His Excellency, you may tell him your thermometers were made from mercury scraped from the back of an antique Parisian mirror belonging to Madame Saugrin, and the glass from that same mirror melted down and reshaped. Also tell him Madame Saugrin did not speak to me for 2 weeks.
2 weeks? But I asked you to make the thermometers only a week ago.
Oh, I beg your pardon. I'm anticipating the future. I calculate that my wife will remain silent another week. 2 weeks in all, huh? Then she will explode in a tirade, and I will wish again for sweet silence. Look at the matches, my friend. Take one. Scratch it briskly on the top of this stove, huh?
Why, it lights immediately.
Oui. I call it a friction match. Each splinter I dip first in sulfur and then in phosphorus. Keep them dry at all costs.
1,000 thanks for what you've done and for your ingenuity. I'm sorry Mrs. Saugrin is upset.
She'll recover.
When I see the president again, I'll tell him he owes your wife an antique French mirror. I met the expedition at St. Charles and was in time for a special visit to Fort Osage, the settlement founded by the aging Daniel Boone.
So you're moving up the Missouri and across the divide to the Pacific.
Where did you hear that, sir?
I hope you haven't mentioned that theory to anyone else, Mr. Boone.
I don't think you fooled the smart ones. Nobody gets together a fine expedition like this just to travel up the Mississippi. I wish I could go along.
We'll make a place for you if you're serious.
I wish it could be, but I'm 69. No, this is your high tide. Mine was years ago back in Kentucky. Oh, one thing. They've warned you about the Indians?
We hear the Teton Sioux can be quarrelsome.
Well, if you underrate them to that extent, come next month and your scalp will be hanging from some Sioux lodgepole, drying.
It's that bad.
Along with the Arikaras, the Teton Sioux make up a colony of river pirates. According to how they feel, they might let you pass with only the payment of half your goods. Or they might take your goods and send you back. Or they might take your goods and kill you all.
What do you advise, Mr. Boone?
Be men. Do what you must. Pay, parley, or fight. But never stop being men.
What old Daniel Boone told us made us realize we were facing a huge task. The Teton Sioux up toward the Dakota country were only one of our obstacles if a man took the long view. But our goal was the Pacific, and it was time we got started. I gave the high sign to Billy Clark.
All right, you men, push off. We've got miles and miles to make before sundown.
You have been listening to Horizons West, the continued story of the Lewis and Clark expedition. Chapter 1, Mr. Jefferson's Dream, starred Harry Bartell as Meriwether Lewis and John Anderson as William Clark. Featured in the cast were Don Randolph, Cliff Holland, Stan Farrar, Ben Wright, Les Tremaine, Tyler McVeigh, Bill Irwin, and Dal McKinnon. Our story was written by Carley and William Tunberg and directed by William Lally. Sound patterns by Gene Twombly. Michael Rye speaking. This is the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
A copyrighted program created by Rio Grande.
California Highway Patrol calling all cars. Attention all cars. Broadcast 283 regarding a hit-and-run driver. Assist the officers of Laguna Beach. That's all. Rose and Quinn.
To open the windows and ventilators of your car to keep you and the family cool and give no thought to your motor, forcing it to struggle along wrapped up in the fur coat of last winter's heavy oil. It's time to change, friends. Here's what you really ought to do. When you stop in at the Rio Grande dealers in the morning for some Rio Grande cracked gasoline, have him drain off the sluggish winter weight oil you've been using and put in a crankcase full of summer-grade Riolube or Rio Grande, Pennsylvania. And don't stop there. Get a Rio Check lubrication job from bumper to bumper. Really put the car in tip-top shape for at least 5,000 miles of warm weather driving. You're going to expect and demand a lot from that automobile of yours this summer. And if you take my tip, you'll avoid disappointment and possibly some disastrous repair bills. Yes, friends, Old Man Winter has checked out. Summer has definitely checked in. And a Rio Check lubrication job is the best kind of wear-free, carefree, economical, enjoyable motoring. Better have it done in the morning when you drop around for that tank full of police car performance Rio Grande Crack, the most highly recommended gasoline sold in the West. The facts around which tonight's story have been built have been taken from the confidential files of the California Highway Patrol and from the personal experiences of the officers involved. It is our pleasure, therefore, to welcome again Chief of the Highway Patrol, E. Raymond Cato.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The general public usually think of the Highway Patrol officer as a man who rides a motorcycle and hands out tickets for traffic violations. To many, he is such an org, but only to the law violator. The highway patrolman is a man who has been carefully trained, and in many instances his work is as interesting and difficult as that of any detective of fiction. The highway patrol officer may not always be a brilliant detective, but he is an efficient officer and an honest one, and an officer who is determined to do his work and to prove that regardless of its nature, crime of any sort is a losing game. How some of the men of my department, aided by the officers of the district in which they worked, brought this fact home to a law violator, we shall see as our program progresses.
Our story opens in the offices of the coroner of Orange County.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. The jury understands its duties, I think, so we can get on with the testimony. Our first witness is Mr. James. Mr. James here?
Yes, sir.
Mr. James, have you seen the body of the deceased?
Yes, sir.
You have identified it?
Yes, sir. It is the body of my son.
When did you last see your son alive?
On the morning of November 10th.
And where was your son at that time?
He was preparing to leave for school.
Did he go alone?
No, sir. I went with him as far as Laguna Beach.
Well, Billy, this is the end of the line for you.
Okay, Dad. I'll see you sometime tonight.
Now, don't be late.
Oh, I won't. I'm going to the football game with Dawn, and as soon as it's over, we'll ride home on his bike.
I don't like this idea of you two youngsters riding on one bicycle.
Oh, Dad, it's all right. I always ride on the back. I never ride on the handlebars.
Well, stay off the main highway if it's dark when you start home. It's hard to see a couple of kids on a bicycle.
Oh, it'll be all right, Dad. We'll be careful. Besides, Don's got a red reflector on his bicycle. You can see it a quarter of a mile away.
All right, son. Supper will be waiting. So I left him close to the school in Laguna Beach.
When did you next see your son?
That night, about 6 o'clock, at the hospital. He was dead.
That's all, Mr. James. Officer Adams.
Yes, sir.
You investigated this case for the Highway Patrol, didn't you?
Yes, sir. As a member of that department, I was notified of the accident by Officer Sawyer, who was on duty at the Highway Patrol office at Orange near Santa Ana.
At what time was this?
Well, the broadcast about the accident was put on the radio at 5:57 on the evening of November 10th, 1937.
And were you on duty that time?
No, sir. I was at home. Officer Sawyer called me to go on the case with him.
Why did he do that?
Well, he was going on his vacation next day. Would have been necessary to turn any data he got over to someone else. So he forestalled any difficulty along that line by calling me to go with him.
I see. Tell us what investigation you made in connection with this case.
I went down to Laguna with Sawyer. We contacted Officer Jack Blakeney of the Laguna Beach Police Department. He had responded to a call about an accident. Hello, Blakeney. What have you found out?
Yeah, not much. Pretty hard to get any dope on the case.
You know Sawyer here.
Oh, yeah, sure. All right, Sawyer.
Fine. Anybody see the accident?
Well, not exactly, so far as we can find out. This fellow here was the one who called up. His name's Forsyth, I believe.
You see the accident?
No, sir, I didn't see it. I was sitting up there by the signboard eating my supper.
What do you do for a living?
Well, you see, well, I sort of do whatever I can find to do. Right now, I'm just passing through on my way to San Diego.
I see. Well, what about the accident?
Well, I just lit a cigarette when I saw the two boys on the bicycle going along the road. That way. South.
Both on the same bicycle?
Yes. One of them was on the luggage carrier.
He was the boy who was killed.
What happened then?
Well, you see, I was back away from the bank here, and when the boys got right about here, they disappeared for a second or two.
Close to the bank here or out in the road?
They were right up against the bank. One of the boys was sort of pushing along with his foot. They were so close to the side of the cut, I couldn't see them for a little while, and then I heard these cars. Look out! The guy that was driving opened the door and looked out. Then he shot the car in gear and drove off as fast as he could turn a wheel.
What kind of a car was it?
I don't know, except that it was a black sedan with one taillight.
I was told by a couple of people who came along just about the time the accident occurred that the car had two taillights.
I can't help what they told you. It didn't have but one light on the back.
You're sure about that?
Positive.
Pretty important because it might be a clue to the year model of the car.
Well, I'm positive that the car had only one taillight. Besides, somewhere around here, you're going to find some glass. Because I heard glass drop on the highway just after the crash.
Yeah, I just picked up some glass over here, Adams.
Fine, keep it. We'll try to find out what kind of a car it was from the glass. Now, let's barricade this section of the highway so we can look it over in the daylight tomorrow. You better get over to the hospital now. That was about all we were able to do that night, Mr. Callender.
When did you continue the investigation?
Well, next day, Sergeant Peterkin from the Highway Patrol Office went down to Laguna Beach with me. Sawyer had gone on his vacation. Well, Blakeney, what'd you find out about that accident case?
Yeah, not much so far.
Just the place where the boys were struck?
Yes, Sergeant. Here's the place where we found the bicycle. And back here is where it looks as though they may have been struck.
I found this piece of headlight lens just off the pavement here this morning. And there are several good-sized pieces of windshield glass we found.
Looks like the car was clear off the highway and out here in the shoulder.
We had every officer in this part of the county on the job last night. Inside of 30 minutes, we had every road blocked. The bird who did this must still be in the district, or we'd have nabbed him.
We'll get him eventually. Adams, let's take a few measurements of the highway here.
Okay.
Let's get the distance from the other side of the pavement first. Here's the tape.
Okay, what have you got?
30 feet. Now let's measure this macadamized section on this side of the road.
Okay.
6 feet.
That makes 36 feet altogether.
Now over the shoulder between the macadam and the bank there.
That's 10 feet.
Mm-hmm. That gives us 46 feet.
It looks like a guy'd be able to drive past a couple of kids on a bicycle in that much space.
Hey, wait a minute. Here's some tracks on the shoulder here.
Those look like fresh tracks.
Yeah. Here's indication that a car's kicked up the dirt, making a fast getaway.
That fellow Forsyth said the car drove away at high speed.
Now, wait a minute. Let me get this camera focused on that tire tracker. I want to get a cross light on it to bring out the tread.
I'd say it was a general.
I think so, too.
Get back a little, will you, Adams? Or throwing a shadow.
Sure. Looks like this might be a right front tire.
Yeah, I think it is.
Mighty close to the bank, too.
The only thing I can figure on this is either that the driver saw the boys too late and tried to dodge, or else he was rounding that curve too fast to stay on the road.
Well, that curve's not sharp enough for that.
And besides, it's practically straightened out by the time you get to this point.
That track's barely visible, you know that?
Think you can get a picture of it?
Oh, I already got it.
The next thing to do is to try to find out what kind of a car this headlight lens came from.
It looks like it might have been a Chevrolet. Look here, you see this edge here where it fits under the headlight rim? Doesn't that look like a CH to you?
Yeah, it does a little.
This is a curved glass, you know.
Yeah, and the new Chevy has a definitely curved lens.
You've got those pieces of windshield down at your office, haven't you, Blakeney?
Yes, we picked them up last night.
Well, looks like about all we can do here.
What next?
We better get out to that boy's house and get some pictures of the bicycle. Then we can try to find out about that car.
So let me start looking for a matching headlight lens while you fellows get the pictures of the bicycle.
Good idea. We'll meet you at your office later.
Blakeney. What'd you learn?
Well, the glass we've got is from a 1936 Chevrolet.
How'd you find out?
I made the rounds of all the automobile dealers here and in San Clemente. No other car had lenses like these pieces except that model. Has the same curvature, and the ridges on the glass are the same. Besides, I found that all the edges of the lenses are marked like the piece we have here.
You think we can start looking for a black Chevrolet sedan, do you?
I've already started looking. I've got a list of every car of that type that's been sold in this district within the past 2 years, just in case it might be an older model. We can start running them down.
Did you find out if the 36 Chevy has one or two taillights?
One.
That bears out Forsythe's statement.
What did you find out about the bicycle?
When we find the car, we'll find somewhere on it a mark of a rubber handlebar. One handlebar grip was damaged.
Was the bike hit from the rear?
Apparently, the handlebar was struck first, and the front wheel knocked into the car. It was damaged quite badly.
Doesn't look as if the bicycle was struck squarely from the back. The boys were probably knocked into the car when it struck the handlebar.
Then we should look for a black Chevrolet sedan, 1936 model, one tail light, and the left headlight shattered.
And with a general tire on the right front wheel.
And don't forget a broken windshield.
In that case, there'll probably be blood.
Probably.
Well, we're going to have to leave it up to you boys of the Highway Patrol. The accident occurred outside the city limits, and unless we find the driver in town, there isn't much in the way of jurisdiction we can claim.
That's okay with us. We'll take care of it. Don't worry.
Meantime, though, I'll keep checking on all the black sedans in town. Maybe one of them will turn up with something.
Following his plan, Blakeney checked all cars in the vicinity of Laguna Beach, San Clemente, and surrounding towns, searching for a black sedan bearing evidence of a recent accident. With officers constantly on the alert, it seemed impossible that the killer car could escape. Yet not a clue was uncovered and no trace of the driver could be found. Impossible as it seemed, an automobile and its driver had completely disappeared. Then, several nights later, Officer Jim Holcomb was on duty in the Orange County office of the Highway Patrol when two men entered.
I'm Mr. Jones. I represent an insurance company that has a policy with Mr. Walsh here. He's had an accident, and we felt that it should be reported to you.
I see. What sort of an accident was it?
Well, that's the point.
Do we have to talk out here?
Well, you can go into that office there. I'll be with you in just a second.
All right, thanks.
All right, now, just read that green set of letters.
Hey, I don't think we should have come here.
I do.
Well, after all, this isn't an accident that the Highway Patrol would be interested in.
Now, gentlemen, sorry to have kept you waiting like this, but I had to give that man an eye test.
That's all right. We've got plenty of time.
You want to make an accident report, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Where did the accident happen?
On the highway, just outside of Laguna Beach.
Laguna Beach, eh? When?
Last Wednesday, late in the afternoon.
Anybody injured?
Well, no.
I see. What time did the accident occur?
Well, that is... Well, I don't remember.
What? You don't remember?
No.
Wait a minute. What is this?
Well, I don't have to answer your fool questions.
Hold on, young fellow. I didn't bring you in here. You came in of your own free will.
Oh, no, I didn't. He made me do it.
Now, take it easy, Mr. Walsh.
Did you say no one was injured in this accident?
No.
Pardon me a moment. Mr. Adams, will you come in here a second, please?
Sure. What's on your mind, Holcomb?
I've been trying to make out this accident report here, and the man involved seems to be a little confused about things. I think you better ask him a few questions.
Okay, which one is it?
This man, his name's Walsh. This is Mr. Jones, his insurance adjuster.
How do you do?
Yeah? Now, what about this accident?
Well, this morning, Mr. Walsh came into the office and reported that he'd been in an accident of some sort and that his windshield had been broken.
What kind of an accident?
He said a pelican had struck his windshield and had broken it.
Pelican?
Yes.
Is that the way you got your face all cut up?
Yes.
Been to a doctor?
No.
What are you so belligerent about?
I don't mean to be.
Had no medical treatment, huh?
No.
What time was the accident?
He said he didn't know.
What's that?
Well, I don't know exactly. It was sometime between 4 and 5 o'clock on Wednesday.
Where?
Just outside the city limits of Laguna Beach.
Where?
Laguna Beach.
I see. Where's the car now?
It's in Mr. Walsh's garage.
And that's where?
San Clemente.
San Clemente, huh? I might have known that.
Beg pardon?
I was just thinking out loud.
Well, may I go now?
Well, of course, if you want to. But I'd like to take a look at that car, if you don't
Well,
mind.
Of course, officer. Here's the address.
Thanks. Walsh, you'd better stay here till I get back.
Well, why? I haven't broken any law.
Maybe you're right. Anyway, you'd better get that face fixed up. Holcomb can get a doctor to take care of you. You stick around. I won't be gone long.
Confident that Walsh was concealing something regarding his accident, but not wishing to frighten him, Adams contacted Sergeant Peterson. Next morning, armed with complete photographic equipment, the officers went to the address Walsh had given them.
This is the place, all right.
I think I'll get a picture of that driveway.
Okay.
Okay, got it.
Look, in the driveway there. What does that look like to you?
Blood spots.
Better shoot 'em, huh?
Yeah. Okay.
They lead directly to the garage door.
Let's take a look inside.
Here's a place where somebody stood for a while.
Quite a blood spot there.
Yeah, no blood on the door. That's funny.
Maybe there was somebody else with Walsh.
You're assuming that the blood spots were made by Walsh.
I'm pretty sure of it. A man's face bleeds pretty profusely.
Oh, take a look at the back of that car.
Well, the whole back end's caved in.
That doesn't make sense.
No. This car's been struck from the rear.
Maybe Walsh is not the man we're after.
Beginning to look that way.
Yeah, a lot of bloody handprints in the back of the car. Somebody must have pushed it in here.
Back it out a little so I can get some light on it. I want to take a picture of it.
Well, the ignition's locked. Maybe we can get it out with the starter. Yeah, no go. Car's in low and the battery's dead.
Yeah, we can push it out.
Okay, here we go.
All right, get the brake. For the love of Mike, take a look at the blood on that car inside.
Yeah, all over the windows and the back seat. Front's all stained with blood, too.
Something did knock that windshield out. Must have cut the driver up pretty bad.
Judging from the horizontal streaks of blood, I'd say whoever was driving went away from there at high speed.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense that a man who hit just a pelican would drive like that unless he was going to a doctor.
And Walsh didn't go to a doctor.
Hey, here's the reason he had to push the car. Take a look at that gas tank.
Been cut practically in two, hasn't it?
Yeah. It's so hard that the edge is curled up enough to save a little gasoline. I wonder how far away that happened.
Somewhere up the hill, I imagine. Car would coast down to here.
Yeah, and he would have had to push it up the driveway because the turn's too sharp to coast in.
Yeah, there's a long 4.5 cut on the axle housing.
Wait a minute. What's this on the back of the car, this sticky stuff?
Looks like tar or pitch.
Mm-hmm. That's just what it is. Look, Adams. This car hasn't been run into. It's been backed into something.
We got something there.
I wonder what Walsh could have backed into to cause this much damage.
By the way, he didn't mention this damage in his report.
That's right. I wonder why.
Oh, forgot it, maybe.
I doubt that. A man wouldn't forget about having to coast half a mile out of gas and then push his car up this incline.
Yeah, not very likely. Wonder who Walsh had in the car with him.
That's something else he'll have to explain.
Yeah, got your pictures yet?
All of them.
I'll measure these cuts.
Get the distance along the axle that deep cut is and how high from the ground.
Okay.
Now, we'll just get a shot or two of these blood-stained windows. Yeah. That's it.
You know something? I think we'd better get in touch with Chief Lovell. After all, this is a San Clemente resident. Besides, I've got a hunch how that back end got caved in, and I think the chief can help us.
Okay, let's go after him. We can get the rest of the pictures later.
Chief Wendell Lovell of San Clemente immediately cooperated with the highway patrol officers. The suspected car was towed to the police garage, and the officers returned with the chief to inspect Walsh's home. They were admitted by a servant.
Our face is going to be red if he's not the man we think he is.
I don't have much doubt about it.
You'll have to admit you'll have a hard time explaining the back end of that car if you're going to accuse the man of hitting somebody.
I don't think we haven't thought of that, do you?
Well, judging from this bedroom, I'd say Mr. Walsh spent the night of November 10th in this room.
I'm afraid you're right there.
Must have been cut pretty badly to have left that much stain.
You should see him.
That settles the question of whether he stayed here that night.
I still wonder why he didn't see a doctor about those cuts.
Lovell, I've got an idea about the back end of that car. I've been thinking a lot about it.
What's your theory?
Well, in the first place, the direction of that cut on the axle indicates that the car was backing up.
Might have been.
The gas tank indicates the same thing.
Don't forget the pitch on the trunk cover.
That car has been backed into a post or a projecting object of some kind, something that could have been broken off and would have left a jagged edge.
Such as a concrete lamp post with a metal base.
That's it.
Wait a minute. What about the tar or pitch or whatever it was?
Well, sometimes when the posts get cracked, they're patched with a black cement that looks like pitch.
So all we got to do is find a knockdown lamppost in San Clemente, and we can backtrack on Walsh.
Well, that's not so difficult.
Not for you, maybe. And I couldn't find my way around the streets of this town with a police escort.
Well, all we got to do is go back to the scene of the accident and drive into San Clemente and figure the shortest way to get to this spot.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Well, let's do it.
Okay, boys. If my figuring's right, here's where Walsh should turn off to get to his house.
Well, it's your town. You should know the streets. Let's see what happens.
You see, this street goes downhill for a little right here.
I don't see how this could be right.
Oh, wait a minute. We make a turn right here.
Yeah, we're still a long way from Walsh's place.
Oh, not as far as you think. It's just over the hill, but we have to make a left turn.
Hey, wait a minute.
What's up?
You see that trail of gas or oil leading up there?
Yes, but that's a dead-end street.
Let's go up there.
Okay, by me.
There it is. There's your broken lamppost.
All right, boys. There's your answer to the smashed-up back end on Mr. Walsh's car.
He drove down here, came too fast to make that turn into his street.
And found himself on this dead-end street.
And tried to turn around.
Yeah, that's when he backed over the curb and hit this lamppost.
Grab the end of this tape, Adams.
Got it.
Hold it on that tire mark right there.
Hey, this is the same kind of tire that's on Walsh's car.
So I noticed.
What do you got?
Well, the distance from this jagged piece of this lamppost base to the tire mark is exactly the same as the distance the cut on the axle housing is from the wheel.
So you figure this is the place Walsh backed his car into the lamppost.
That's right. He came up here, saw he was in a dead-end street, shot his car into reverse, and crashed into this post.
Well, you can see a trail of gasoline all the way down the hill and up to the top.
From there, he would be able to coast all the way to his house.
Boy, he must have been scared. I guess the wicked flee when no man pursueth.
Well, from now on, he's going to be pursued, and hotly.
Returning to the San Clemente Police Garage, Officers Adams and Sergeant Peterkin continue their inspection of the damaged car.
I think it's about time we took a look at that front end of this car, Chief.
Oh, I don't think there's much doubt now that this was the car involved in that hit-and-run accident.
Well, anyway, we've got a charge of damaging city property against Walsh, if nothing else.
Adams, take a look at that right front tire.
Same as the print we found in the dirt where the boy was killed.
Remember that handlebar on the bicycle?
The one on the left side that was broken?
Yeah. See that mark on the radiator shell? It was made by rubber, and it's the same height from the ground as the handlebar grip on the bicycle.
Must have struck the handlebar first and then probably threw the boy up over the hood and into the windshield.
That's right. That's undoubtedly when those dents were made in the front fender and when the headlight lens was broken.
Here's some pieces of the lens we found when we brought the car in.
Let's see if they fit the ones Blakeney picked up at the scene of the accident.
Yeah, they fit all right.
Now to see if the piece of windshield we found fits the hole in this one.
Yeah, that fits, too.
This is the right car, all right.
If we can prove that Walsh was driving it, we've got a case.
Circumstantial evidence is pretty heavy that he was driver.
He admits he was driving the car that night, the 10th.
He admits it now, yeah, but who knows what kind of a story he'll tell when he finds a hit-and-run rap staring him in the face.
Well, it's pretty evident that Walsh got himself cut up somewhere, and this blood didn't get on the inside of the car from a pelican.
Oh, that's probably true, but you're going to have to prove it to a jury.
I don't think so. I think that when we tell Mr. Walsh what we know about this case, he'll change his story about that pelican.
Mr. Walsh, this is Sergeant Peterkin. We've been looking over that car of yours.
Oh, then you know you haven't any right to keep me here. I demand that you release me.
Now, wait a minute, Mr. Walsh. You're not charged with anything yet, and we haven't had you under arrest. But from now on, that's just what's happening to you. You're staying here till we take you to the county jail.
What's the charge?
You're being held for the death of that little James boy who was killed in Laguna Beach Wednesday night.
Oh, well, what's that got to do with me?
We can enlighten you a little on that, I believe, though we'd rather you told us about it.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
Maybe it is, but just the same, we're convinced that you drove the car that hit those two boys and killed one of them.
And sent the other one to the hospital.
And you didn't stop to see how badly you hurt either of them.
You were either too scared or not human enough to act like a man when you hit those youngsters.
So you drove off and left them lying there in the highway.
Stop it. All this is nonsense. I don't know what you're talking about.
Walsh, How'd the windshield of your car get broken?
Oh, I told you. A pelican flew into it.
Where's the pelican?
What? Well, that is,
Well?
it fell off onto the road.
How far did you drive after the bird hit your car?
All the way home.
What speed?
I don't remember.
Fast?
Maybe I did.
Which way did you go?
Well, I took a shortcut to my home in San Clemente.
How'd the back end of your car get smashed up?
What?
I said, how'd the back end of your car get smashed up?
I don't remember.
You remember a pelican hitting your windshield, the glass cutting up your face. You remember driving home and into your garage. But you don't remember how the rear end of your car got torn up. You expect us to believe that?
I don't give a hang what you believe.
I think I can refresh your memory for you, Mr. Walsh.
Oh, yes?
Yes. You left Laguna Beach just before dark Wednesday night. You may have been drinking. I don't know. I don't say you were. But you drove along the highway just beyond La Bonita, and you weren't being too careful because you didn't notice two boys on a bicycle in front of you. As a matter of fact, you were clear over on the unpaved portion of the highway where the boys on their bicycle were traveling. You didn't pay any attention to the boys. You didn't see the red reflector on the back of their bicycle. You crashed into that bicycle and you killed one of those boys.
I stopped.
Yeah, you stopped. Opened your car door and looked back. You saw those torn and bleeding bodies lying there on the pavement.
No.
You didn't know nor care whether they were dead or alive.
No.
You let panic seize you. You shot your car into gear, drove as fast as you could. You were running away.
No, I didn't.
You tried to make a turn into your own street. You couldn't make it. You saw you were in a jam. You backed up. Too fast. You crashed your car into a lamppost and broke it off. That's when you tore up the back end of your car. You didn't know it then, but your gas tank was torn and your gasoline all ran out. Your engine stopped. But you coasted home, used the starter to help you get the car in garage. And somebody helped you.
No.
Then you shoved the car into the garage and slammed the doors and locked them. And then you had time to think.
Please, I didn't mean to kill him. I didn't mean to. I was too afraid to go back and see if he was dead. I couldn't bear to look at him. I couldn't bear it.
Okay, Walsh, take it easy. We'll stand on what we've got.
In just a moment, we shall hear the concluding facts regarding our program. It's one thing to acquire new customers, another to keep old ones. Rio Grande does both, friends, because our petroleum products really speak for themselves. All we need to do is persuade a motorist to try Rio Grande cracked gasoline and Realube motor oil once, and he belongs to the family for life. So I invite anyone who has not done so to expose his car to the benefits of Rio Grande petroleum products and judge for himself. Presented with the results of the Highway Patrol officer's deductions, Walsh confessed and pleaded guilty, and is now serving his time in San Quentin, a tribute to the efficiency of the Highway Patrol.
California Highway Patrol calling all cars, attention all cars to cancellation of broadcast 283 regarding a hit-and-run driver. Suspect in this case is now in custody. That's all. Roll.
This is your narrator, Frederick Lindsay, bidding you good night for Rio Grande.
Next week at this time, Rio Grande will present The Gospel of Brother Ned. This is
The Cavalcade of America, presented by DuPont. destinies of people rise and fall in currents of historic parallels. This happened in America, and it's the story of our cavalcade tonight. The story of a mighty confederation of Iroquois Indians who became known as the League of the Longhouse because of their place of meeting. The hand of the Longhouse was heavy, and its arm was long. But from Europe came the white man with visions of empire. And through circumstance and greed, a people was broken, and the Longhouse vanished into history. As our overture, Don Voorhees and the DuPont Cavalcade Orchestra play the beautiful Pale Moon. It is the voice of the great Indian chieftain Logan. It is the farewell of a race. Logan's arms are folded, his face impassive in the soft glow of the candelabra on the desk of his conqueror, Lord Dunmore of Great Britain.
Through the thick night which darkens the history of our subjugation, through all the degradation and reproach which has been heaped upon us, there runs one thread of light revealing our former greatness, pleading the causes of our decay, illuminating the pit of our downfall, promising that our dead shall live again. Not in the endless darkness is that thread of light to be lost, but from the shadowy past it shall break out in brilliancy, redeeming a people's downfall, and wringing from you, our subjugators, the greeting, brother.
In Logan's mind is the memory of the Caughnawaga and Hiawatha, forming the confederation of his people, a union of elective delegates to a common council, a representative democracy of the vast League of the Long House. Mohawks, Oneidas, Onondagas, Senecas, and Cayugas. A union from the St. Lawrence River to the Southern Carolinas, westward to the Mississippi. Our story of the fall of the Long House begins one day in 1609, when lurking among the trees on the shore of the lake that bears his name, waited the French explorer Champlain and his expedition, including some Algonquin scouts.
They're coming down the beach now. Mohawk dogs. Coming to talk, eh? What have the Mohawks to say to me? Remember, monsieur, they belong to the Iroquois Confederation. If France must choose among savages, we'll cast our lot against the Confederation. This is our chance to win an alliance with the Algonquins. They are fine-looking Indians, much bigger and stronger than our Algonquin guide. True, but they do not know guns. One shot and it's over. Pasca, which are the chiefs? 3 with feathers, brother. They are leading the delegation, monsieur. Yes, it's simple. Give me that musket, Jean. My brother has seen feathers fall from a bird he has killed. Yes, I have seen. Then watch.
The report of the Frenchman's musket re-echoed through the serenity of the wilderness. But it rang beyond the shores of Lake Champlain. It was an explosion that rocked the destinies of people. From that hour, the Mohawks and their fellow nations in the League of the Long House were the mortal enemies of France during the years of European aggression in America. The Confederation anxiously made treaties and trusted the invading foreign powers in the interest of peace. First with the Dutch, then with the English. The League of the Long House was being moved as a pawn on the chessboard of American colonization by international strategists from the courts of Europe. For at this very time, on the heights of Quebec, greedily looking down toward the English colony of New York, is Britain's ancient enemy, France. And one evening, the French governor of Canada, the Marquis de Nonville, calls his advisor into his study.
Our next move, Champigny, is to seize New York. We will split the British colonies, New England, from those in the south. We will crush the Long House Confederation in the bargain.
We can do nothing, Monsieur le Governor, unless we have more troops.
More troops. I asked His Majesty for 800. He sent me 3. No. We must do with what we have. I have a plan.
Good. Tell me.
We will take New York with only the troops we have already in Canada, aided by 2 ships of war.
Impossible.
Wait. I will send 1,000 regulars and 600 militia to take Albany. Then they will descend the Hudson to New York and take that. The 2 ships will enter the harbor and aid in the attack. The whole matter can be accomplished in 1 month.
It is magnificent if we can do it. But what will be the fate of the people we conquer, monsieur?
We will spare only those who take an oath of allegiance to France.
That is merciful. Too merciful.
But all officers and other persons who have means of paying ransom will be thrown into prison and held there until their ransom is paid.
Very reasonable. And what next?
All lands of the colony, except those owned by persons who swear allegiance, must be seized and granted in feudal tenure to French officers.
Excellent.
All property, public and private, is to be divided among grantees of the land. The rest sold for the king.
That will please His Majesty. You have thought of everything, monsieur.
I haven't finished. Mechanics and all other workmen will be held at the discretion of the commanding officer to work on new fortifications.
That is essential.
I think so. The rest of the inhabitants, Dutch and English, men, women, and children, are to be deported out of the colony and dispersed so they can never again combine together.
That will be a good lesson and a warning.
Precisely. And that our conquest of New York may be completely secure, I think we should incite the neighboring settlements of New England to insurrection, that they might come into our New York colony later.
And what about the Long House, Monsieur le Governor?
As I said, we will crush it.
But will the king approve?
Monsieur, he has already done so.
Through mysterious channels, the plan of de Nonville reached the council of the Indian chiefs of the League of the Long House. And on the night of the 5th of August, 1689, a violent hailstorm burst near Montreal. 1,200 Indian warriors, fired by their hatred of the French, turned the plan into an empty farce. De Nonville then relinquished his chair at this chess table of colonial empire to the Comte de Frontenac. Again, France eyed New York. But this time the plan was different. It was launched against the Dutch and the English. And one day in Schenectady, one of the leading burghers in the settlement, Alexander Glenn, is approached by an old Mohawk woman.
Mynheer Glenn,
Yes, what is it?
French are coming.
What?
My people say to warn friends. French coming. Mohawk friends to Dutch.
You go to the house of the Domine, the minister, the man who talks. Say that the French are coming to attack us, that we need help.
Yes.
Good. Deliver that message.
Yes. Yes, I go.
That afternoon, the Domine was away from home when the old Mohawk woman stood before his door.
Who's there? Come in. Well, what do you want here? I come from Herr Glenn with message. Out upon you. You track snow all over my clean floor. You yourself are dirty like old Mohawks. Go away. Mohawks are friends to Dutch. Indians friends to all who want peace. Go away. I have work to do. I have a message. I care not for your message. Go away.
Down through the valleys of upper New York State marched the columns of the French army. Again, the Longhouse warned the burghers of Schenectady, and in a tavern late one night...
All this talk of a French war party in midwinter in February, and it's snowing. At least we can stand guard. Tonight, of all nights, when there's weddings, music, and dancing, and you talk of standing guard. What about surprise? You think that old fox Frontenac cares for a little wind and snow? He may not, but I do. There are 20 Mohawks in the town tonight. They are protection. Against the French army? We ought to help. Post a guard. Very well, then. I have an idea. What is it? We will make a great snowman. One for each gate of the stockade. And leave them to our sentries, huh? And Evers, a snowman guard. What do you say? Aye, snowmen are good enough to scare the French away. You see, we will give you all the guard you need. 2 snowmen. Yeah, good idea. That's all we need.
Closer and closer to Schenectady crept the army of France. The night was white with driving snow. Finally, the stockade loomed through the whirling gusts of the blizzard, and the French officer holds up his hand.
Halt! Now, either we take this shabby little town or die at its gates. Have the scouts reported yet? Monsieur, I report. Well, we will not die at its gates, monsieur. Take my word for it. What do you mean? You know what the Dutch have done? They've made 2 great men of snow. I thought they were ghosts. They have placed them before the gates. I think they are mad. More likely drunk. It is unguarded, then? Yes, monsieur. Good. We will enter and entirely encircle the stockade from the inside. And then? And then at the signal, kill.
Into Schenectady that night swarmed the army of France, overpowering the settlements. Schenectady was burned, and the French moved on. But ever faithful to the alliance with the English and the Dutch, the chieftains and the council of the League of the Long House gathered near the city to perform with the survivors of Schenectady the rite of condolence. It was springtime now, and the voice of the chief sachem of the Onondagas rose over a huddle of weary people gathered under the soaring trees of the forest.
Brothers, the murder of our friends, the white men of Schenectady, grieves us greatly, as much as if it had been done to ourselves, for with you we are united. The French have not acted like brave men, but like thieves with hearts of darkness. Be not discouraged. We give you this belt to wipe away your tears. 5 moons ago, the French sent messengers with the white flag in their hands and talk of peace upon their lips. But their thoughts were thoughts of war. So it was, they acted with deceit. But these French, these desecrators of liberty and peace, must perish. White brothers, we shall have revenge.
Once more, the French invasion failed. Pledged as allies of the Dutch and English, the League of the Long House struck a defensive blow at the aggressors and routed them again. But while peace was restored, the European schemes of empire went on. As the decades passed, the chessboard of colonial domination was cleared of all pieces except the French and English kings and the pawn. That was the League of the Long House. Firmly it stood beside the British king. Then to the New World came William Johnson, who had been appointed superintendent of Northern Indian affairs and whose orders were to drive the French out of America.
Gentlemen, I propose to send out 2 detachments of 500 men each and catch the French between them. What say you, Colonel Williams?
Well, isn't it poor policy to divide one's forces, sir?
Perhaps. What say you, Hendrik?
Brother, I take this stick and break it. See, it breaks easily. Now I take this handful of sticks and I cannot break them. Singly we may be broken.
Then I will form the 2 detachments into one of 1,000 men. Hendrik, will you take your Longhouse warriors with my British troops?
Brother, I am old and I am fat, but my ears can still hear the war cry. I will go where you order.
Good. I will keep 1,000 men here to hold the barricade. Colonel Williams, you will lead the advance.
Yes, sir.
Brother, you must give me a horse. Age and flesh do not permit me to march on foot with my young warrior.
Take my own horse, brother. We will start at daybreak.
With the invaluable assistance of the tribes of the Long House Confederation, the English began the struggle that was to end in 1763 with the collapse of French power in North America and leave the Empire of Great Britain ruling the American colonies. The French king was removed from the chessboard, leaving the British king alone with its pawn, the League of the Long House. The tribes returned peacefully to their campfires, but the game was not yet over. There was Lord Dunmore, with the might and authority of Great Britain behind him, as he speaks to his adjutant one night in 1774.
It's merely a matter of colonization. We must send our own colonists over to that section of Virginia if we're to hold the colony for the crown.
But isn't that land reserved for the Mingo Indians? It might make trouble, sir.
We'll have to bear it. But we've got to have that territory.
The Mingos belong to the Long House Confederation.
You're thinking of our treaty with them, huh? Well, so have I. But I'm also thinking of England. There are other lands the Mingos can move to. Let their chief, Logan, take them out west.
Well, do you realize, sir, that if we take their land, if we break our treaty, it means a frontier war?
It means more than that. It means the end of the Long House.
Here in the America of 1774 began the downfall of a race. On the one hand, the confederation of 5 Indian nations, the League of the Long House. On the other, the Empire of Great Britain. Then only a few months later, William Johnson, the helpless friend of the Long House, sits with his secretary in his study at Johnson Hall, worrying over the situation in the colony of Virginia.
I wish I knew what was happening, Butler. This fool Dunmore sending colonists to lands that belong to the Long House.
Well, if a frontier war comes, those stiff-necked colonists will bear the brunt. If they should whip the Long House, good.
There is such a thing as honor. Or there was. The colonists, as you call them, are my countrymen. I am a colonist. The people of the Long House are my brothers. You ask me to contemplate a war between these two with equanimity. I can't do that. I've spent my life dealing with the Long House. They trusted England completely.
Your news may be already here, sir.
See who it is. Yes, sir. Yes, Grant, yes.
It's war, sir. Our treaty with the Long House is broken.
It's the end. And the chief, Logan.
Captured, sir. Colonists in Virginia killed his whole family.
That was necessary, I suppose.
Well, you'll have to ask Lord Dunmore, sir.
But Logan, is Logan still alive?
Yes, sir. I saw him.
They brought Logan before Lord Dunmore. He drew his blanket from his face slowly. It was as if he was speaking for all his race. He folded his arms and looked at Lord Dunmore for a long time.
Death darkens my lodge. My door is closed to sun and moon and stars. Death darkens my lodge. All within lie dead. Logan is alone. He, too, is blind.
Like the quiet dead, his ears are stopped. He hears not. He cannot see darkness or light. For Logan, light or darkness comes too late. I appeal to any white man. If he ever entered Logan's lodge hungry and he gave him not meat, if he ever came cold and naked and he clothed him not, such was my love. Such was my great love for the white man. My brothers pointed at me as they passed and said, "He is the friend of the white men." And I had even thought to live among you, but for the injuries of my brothers, the white men. Unprovoked, in cold blood, they have slain my kin. All, not sparing woman or child. There runs not a drop of my blood in the veins of any living creature. I have withstood the storms of many winters. Leaves and branches have been stripped from me. My eyes are dim. My limbs totter. I must soon fall. I who could make the dry leaf turn green again. I who could take the rattlesnake in my palm. I who had communion with the dead, dreaming and waking. I am powerless. The wind blows hard. The old tree trembles. Its branches are gone. Its sap is frozen. It bends, it falls. Peace. Who is there to mourn for Logan? Not one. Not one.
The League of the Long House, the Five Nations, Mohawks, Oneidas, Onondagas, Senecas, and Cayugas. The great pre-revolutionary confederacy of American Indians in the New World, betrayed and broken by the greed and treachery of the old. The pawn fell from the chess game. But in 1776, the last piece, the British king, was spun from the table and freedom ruled the chessboard. And although the League of the Long House has vanished, its history of 200 years of faith and representative democracy in our native wilderness glows through the years as a beacon and a prophecy in the America of today. And now here's Basil Rysdale speaking for the DuPont Company and bringing us another story from the wonder world of chemistry.
In preparing tonight's story, I started to make a list of the uses for rubber. Tires, rubber boots, rubber bands. But I soon found that I'd never finish. Men who know tell me there are more than 30,000 uses. No wonder rubber is regarded as one of the world's most important raw materials. And here are a couple of facts to make you stop and think. Number one, the United States is the world's largest user of rubber. Number two, all of the natural rubber we use is imported from foreign lands. 99% of it from the Far East, thousands of miles away. That's the bad spot the nation was in until just a few years ago when DuPont research chemists discovered how to make a product like rubber in the laboratory. Out of materials we have in abundance right here at home. Out of limestone, coal, and salt. From this curious combination of raw materials, they first make acetylene gas. And then, by a complicated chemical process, they obtain the product called neoprene, actually better than nature's rubber in some ways. But what is equally important, this scientific victory ensures America against fancy prices for rubber, a commodity almost entirely controlled by foreign producers. You can bet your rubber boots that foreign prices will never go above the neoprene price. And it doesn't matter if they do. American chemists know how to make a material that can be used in place of rubber. Meanwhile, neoprene is giving wide and valuable service today because of its peculiar properties. Thousands of products for all sorts of purposes were made of neoprene in 1938, mainly because natural rubber could not serve as satisfactorily. Unlike ordinary rubber, neoprene has great resistance to oil and grease, acids, heat, and sunlight.
It lives longer, retains its useful qualities under conditions that quickly destroy natural rubber. For these reasons, almost every industry is finding uses for neoprene. In the automobile industry alone, it is being used in over 50 different ways. Yes, the story of neoprene deserves a 4-word headline. Science improves on nature. Neoprene, an outstanding achievement of chemical research and a fine example of the DuPont pledge, better things for better living through chemistry.
Next week, the Cavalcade of America tells the story of a pioneer mother's courage and determination in crossing the western frontier in a lonely prairie schooner wagon with a family of 6 children. The story of Eliza and Brooks. So until next week, then, at this same time, this is Thomas Chalmers saying good night and best wishes from DuPont. On tonight's program... On tonight's program, Logan's speech was given by special permission of Samuel Goldwyn, owner of the film rights of Robert W. Chambers' novel, Cardigan.
This is the Columbia Broadcasting System.
The American West. Once it could have been the British, Spanish, or even the Russian West. It became American primarily because of the explorations of 2 young Army officers, Meriwether Lewis and William Clark. Their pioneering journey stands as one of the great achievements in the history of the United States.
Private John Collins, Corps of Discovery, United States Army. You're charged with being drunk while posted as a member of the Guard and with permitting the theft of whiskey. Private Hugh Hall, Corps of Discovery, United States Army. You are charged with stealing whiskey this morning, 30th of June, 1804. By a 2/3 majority, a court composed of your peers has found you both guilty as charged. Private John Collins, you're sentenced to receive 100 lashes on the bare back. Private Hugh Hall, you are sentenced to receive 50 lashes on the bare back.
Sergeant Floyd?
Yes, sir.
Step over here. I'd like a private word.
The sentences are too severe for the use of the regular lash, Sergeant. You'll incapacitate those 2 men.
I know that, Captain Lewis, but what can I do? It was the sentence of the court-martial.
And it's your duty to carry it out, but use light switches.
Yes, sir.
Guards, prepare the prisoners. Tie them to the oak by the river.
Horizons West, the continued story of the Lewis and Clark expedition. Now, with Harry Bartell as Meriwether Lewis and John Anderson as William Clark, listen to Chapter 2, The Confrontation. After they left St. Charles, Missouri, and started up the Missouri River, the first few weeks of the journey were difficult. Besides battling the swift current of the river, the men of the Lewis and Clark Corps of Discovery were constantly bothered by oppressive heat, mosquitoes, sickness, and always the fear of the unknown. Captains Lewis and Clark were deeply concerned. Unless the morale of the expedition improved rapidly, only disaster would result from their inevitable meeting with the Sioux Indians.
The whipping of Privates Collins and Hall made our evening campground a tense and unpleasant place. despite the fact that the court-martial was composed of enlisted men and headed by Sergeant Charles Floyd. Resentment over the verdict seemed directed at Billy Clark and me. We were the martinets, two taskmasters leading the men farther and farther on a dangerous journey into the unknown. I looked at Billy Clark, who was drawing a map of the river we had just traversed. He grinned at me.
Poor sort of day, isn't it?
Billy, we're never going to make it past the Sioux settlements.
Maybe the men will shift their resentment from us to the Indians.
The way it is now, they'll break ranks and run. I think it's our fault morale is bad.
Our fault?
For one thing, punishments have been too severe.
The lash has been standard military punishment for centuries. The average soldier accepts it as a part of the system.
The average soldier, yes, but these men of ours are hand-picked. Whipping only makes them defiant. What we need to do is touch their pride, their self-respect.
What's that?
A raft putting into shore.
Yes, I see now. The trappers, by the look of it. 4 men in a pile of pelts taller than any one of them. It's a fortune in furs.
Captain Clark, one of the trappers is asking for you.
For me?
Says his name is Pierre Dorion.
Dorion. Bring him over here.
Yes, sir.
This Dorion is a friend of my older brother, George. He was with George during the war at Kaskaskia, Vincennes, and Detroit, I think.
Back in St. Louis, Chateau spoke of him. He's supposed to be one of the most experienced men on the river.
Captain Clark? Captain Lloyd?
Hello, Captain Clark. Last time I saw you, you were George's little brother.
I still am. You're looking healthy, Pierre Dorion.
Oh, thank you.
Meet Captain Lewis. Meriwether, Pierre here is the only man who could teach my brother George anything about Indians.
Yeah, and George was the only one who could teach me anything about women. You were too young to know Billy, but George had a way with all females. Captain Louis, do you know General George?
Yes, of course.
I was with him at Kaskaskia. When, without losing a man, he compelled the British to surrender the fort. I was with him at Vincennes. What is that I smell? Venison, huh?
You'll eat with us, of course.
Of course! It will be like a banquet after eating with the Sioux night after night. I cannot stand roasted dog.
What is the story of the Sioux, Pierre?
Oh, come, we will talk later over the food, yes?
We told Dorion a little about our expedition, and he seemed interested. We talked about what lay ahead of us. By morning, we had decided that Pierre Dorion would be a valuable addition to our party.
Ah, a beautiful morning, Captain Lewis, eh? A beautiful morning. But soon I must be leaving.
Captain Clark and I have been talking, Dorion. We have no one in our party who can speak the Sioux tongue.
Oh, then you will have trouble. Even though they do understand more English than they will ever admit to you.
I was wondering if we couldn't avoid that.
By taking me upriver with you?
You'd be doing a service to the American government.
What is that out here, huh?
The Louisiana country's no longer French. It belongs to the United States.
On paper, no?
Not entirely, Dorion. President Jefferson sent us out here. We represent the United States.
Thomas Jefferson? Oh, there is a good man.
I'd like you to interpret for us and then take a representative group of Sioux chiefs back to meet and negotiate with our president.
Because I like Monsieur Jefferson, because I love General George so much, I will help you. I will go back upriver, and I will take a representative of those thieves to Washington City.
As we moved up the Missouri toward its junction with the Platte River, the men's physical discomfort increased, and morale deteriorated. Everyone complained and grumbled. Then Private Willard fell asleep on guard, a capital offense. He got 25 lashes a day for 4 days, but the men were still not impressed. We approached the country of the Otos, the first big Indian tribe on our route. And the only marked change among the men was that they began to take better care of their rifles. George Drouillard, John Coulter, and George Shannon were on shore, our hunting party charged with the task of keeping us in fresh meat.
Meriwether Lewis was also on shore, making notes on the flora and fauna of the area. I was with the boats.
The Platte is around that bend, Billy.
And we still haven't seen any Otos. Now, why?
I do not know. That is a tribe I know little about.
Now, that's Drouillard's signal.
Cruzat,
left ready. Land on that sandy area. All right, move.
Well, I hope he brings more venison for the evening meal.
By the time we had landed and started to make camp, Drouillard and his party came in, heavily laden with fresh meat.
8 deer, 10 beaver. Good hunting, George.
A man cannot have bad hunting. Game is so plentiful.
Oh, we point the rifle, shoot, and you eat something as we are.
We. All a man needs to qualify as a good hunter in this country is a strong back to carry in the meat.
See any Otos?
No Otos, but a party of Sioux passed about a mile from us.
Sure they were Sioux?
Teton Sioux, scouting us.
Drouillard is right. All day long I have read the smoke signal in the sky.
I wish morale was better. We may have to fight them.
Captain Clark, sir.
Yes, Floyd.
One of our French boatmen, La Liberté by name, says he knows the Otos and he wants permission to look for them and tell them that we're here.
Every Indian, Otto, Yankton, Teton, within 100 miles knows every step we take.
I suppose so. Meriwether, what do you think of this La Liberté?
I haven't formed an opinion. What do you think about him, George?
He wants to live with the Otos for a year. But ask Private Reed, sir. He knows La Liberté better than anyone.
Neither man has given me any trouble, sir.
Let's take a chance, fella.
Yes. Sergeant, tell La Liberté we'd like him to go. He's to bring back the Oto chief.
Very good, sir.
He can leave in the morning and meet us upriver within the week.
Yes, sir.
La Liberté, the free man. Well, there is no such thing as a free man. What a ridiculous name.
The next morning, we broke camp early and loaded the boats quickly. La Liberté was an hour on the trail, and I was about to lead my shore party onward when Private Moses Reed approached me.
Captain Lewis?
What is it, Reed?
When I packed my gear, my knife was missing. I'd like to stay and search the camp area for it, sir. I can catch up with the rest later on.
The knife can't be replaced out here. Go ahead, Reed. Find it.
Thanks, sir.
All right, men, let's move out. That evening, we camped about 6 miles up from the mouth of the Platte, had a pleasant supper, and settled down to talk.
Pierre, we know there are Indians all around us. Could the Otos be staying away because the Sioux ordered them to?
I do not think so. No doubt the Otos are cautious because this party is big and well armed.
Captain Lewis.
Did Reed leave his gear with anyone in your shore party?
No.
Well, it's not in the boats either. Now, he wouldn't take all that with him if he intended to come back.
How about the extra clothing?
That's gone, sir. We'll never see him again.
That is where you may be wrong, Sergeant. Tell George Drouillard to report to me.
Yes.
George Drouillard!
Billy, it looks like our first desertion.
Our second, Meriwether. George Drouillard said Reed was a friend of La Liberté. I'll wager they met at the Oto village.
Probably. Desertion is a capital offense. We can't afford to let them get away with it.
If they do, it'll be a very bad example to the others.
And we can't stand much more of that.
Sergeant Floyd say you want to see me.
George, Captain Clark and I have reason to believe that Reed and La Liberté have deserted.
Yes, sir. He told me so.
I want you to find them and bring them back, dead or alive.
My guess is La Liberté has a squaw at the Oto camp. I will need 2 or 3 men.
Take Reuben Fields, Labiche, and Bratton. You better go tell them now.
Rube Fields, Labiche, Breton. Yes, sir.
Floyd, you look pale. Is there anything wrong?
Oh, nothing but a bellyache. Lately, I've been getting it after meals.
Go rest. I'll get you some medicine.
But I'm on guard duty.
Sergeant Ordway can take it for you. Do as I say.
Yes, sir.
Floyd seemed better the next morning, but after breakfast, the pain came back. Both Billy Clark and I were reasonably well versed in doctoring, but neither of us could diagnose this obscure ailment. Floyd bore it manfully, insisting upon doing his share of work. Then George Druyar and his detail returned with one of the two deserters in custody, Moses Reed. La Liberté had escaped. Trooping along in colorful regalia were a number of Oto chiefs. I gave them my welcome speech, stressing that from now on the United States wanted to protect them, to live in amity with them. We presented them with gifts of tobacco and beads, and I invited them to observe our justice. Then I convened the court-martial of Private Moses Reed. Private Moses Reed, Corps of Discovery, United States Army, you are charged with desertion. How do you plead?
I was going to come back. I was trying to bring La Liberté back with me, that's all, but he wouldn't leave his woman. I ain't no deserter.
Then your plea is not guilty.
Yes, sir. Not guilty.
He could be right.
Call George Druyar.
Hey, Captain, right here.
Tell the court how and where you found Private Reed.
We trail him to the Oto village. He had all his gear with him. He act like he's planning to stay a while.
How do you know that, Druyar?
Quiet down, Reed. You'll have your chance to tell your side of it. Go on, George. Anyone else in the lodge?
La Liberté, his woman, and the other squaw.
What happened when you tried to arrest Private Reed?
He fight me and try to get clear. In Private Field and myself, we got him. The squaws both blocked La Biche and Breton long enough for La Liberté to get out and to run away.
I see. Did Reed say, "I'll never go back," or words to that effect?
Yes, sir. A couple of times.
You're a liar, Drew. You're a dirty liar.
Quiet.
The testimony of the other members of the detail, Labiche, Reuben Fields, Breton, corroborated George Druyar. Captain Lewis required the court to listen to a disjointed emotional statement from Reed, then gave them the case for their deliberation. It took less than 15 minutes to reach a verdict.
Private Moses Reed, this court is unanimous in finding you guilty of desertion. You are sentenced to run the gauntlet 4 times, the gauntlet to be formed by the enlisted men of this Corps of Discovery. Then you will be dishonorably discharged from the United States Army. Without privileges, you will work as a common laborer with the expedition until such time as you can be safely sent back to civilization. Attention! Attention! Form the gauntlet.
Many thought Reed's punishment too severe, while others agreed vehemently with the court. Certainly the apathy that attended the other court-martial was missing. Perhaps the men realized at last that each had an obligation to the group as well as to himself. After the punishment was over and after the evening meal, Captain Lewis ordered a dance for the entertainment of the visiting Oto chiefs. Pierre Cruzat sawed away on his fiddle, and the men started cavorting through the figures of the dance. The Otos grinned and laughed, especially when my man York, with his gift for comedy, went through his paces. Then Sergeant Floyd left the dancers and came over to me, clutching at his side.
Captain Clark, the pain back worse than ever.
While Meriwether continued to sit with the Oto chiefs as their host, I quickly took Floyd down to the boats and made him as comfortable as possible in the keel boat. The next morning, we said goodbye to the Otos, hurrying their departure as much as we could. Then we shoved off. Both Meriwether and I stayed in the keel boat with Sergeant Floyd, who seemed to be in a kind of semi-coma.
It's getting worse.
I don't understand. Perhaps we should put back to shore.
Why? It's cooler for him in the boat.
I'd like to know what he has and why he got it. I hope it's not contagious.
Face it, Billy, we don't know enough. All we can do is watch his struggle. Either he lives or he dies.
Floyd's fever lasted several more hours.
Then, as we approached a high bluff on the east bank, he emerged from his coma, not in recovery, but as if he had willed himself to speak a final time.
Captain Clark. Captain Lewis. I'm going away. Right, my brother. Tell him.
August 20th, 1804, on a bluff overlooking the Missouri, the men dug Sergeant Floyd's grave. We fitted slabs of oak around his body and lowered it into the ground. Floyd's squad stood straight and tall, ready to honor him with a volley from their rifles.
Ready? Fire! This man at all times gave us proof of his devotion to duty, his firmness, honesty, and personal integrity. Nothing more can be said of any man. The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. Sometimes it is difficult to watch a good man go while his inferiors live on. All we can do is trust in the discretion and the superior wisdom of the Lord. Rest in peace, Charles Floyd. We returned to the boats. About 2 miles upriver, a tributary flowed strongly into the Missouri, a clean and handsome stream. We named it the Floyd River and made camp across from where its waters blended with those of the Missouri. That night, the men elected Patrick Gass to replace Sergeant Floyd. I presented him with a sergeant's warrant in the Corps of Discovery. The next day, a storm drove us many miles ahead, and the favorable winds continued for several more days until we were well into Sioux country, according to Pierre Dorion.
To be more exact, Captain Clark, this is the territory of the Yankton tribe.
The Yankton Sioux?
Oui. They are less evil and less belligerent than the Tetons, whom we will meet later on, provided the Yankton are amiable.
The next few weeks, we ran into more signs of Indians. Their spoor along the shore, where I was finding samples of an interesting mineral richness, alum, cobalt, copper, pyrites, and of course the smoke signals ahead of us constantly. We tried to select campsites with an eye to defense.
I've been watching Gass. He seems to be taking hold of Floyd's job as if he were born to be a sergeant.
I think morale's improving, too. The men are more like a team.
Nobody wants to be like Moses Reed. He's a constant example to them of what it means to be shorn of rank and privileges.
Captain Luis, Captain Clark.
What is it?
George, what's the matter?
Private Shannon, young Shannon. He is lost.
Lost?
Yes, we spent hours looking for him.
This is no place to be lost in Sioux country.
George, who's the best tracker in the Corps? Coulter?
Oui, Johnny Coulter.
Send him out after Shannon.
Several days later, with Shannon and Coulter still missing, we had our first encounter with the Yankton Sioux. One of their warriors approached Captain Lewis, spoke to him through Pierre Dorion, and a conference was arranged. It was held near the river where we had easy access to the boats. After gifts were exchanged and speeches were made, Private Pierre Cruzat got out his violin and astounded the Indians with his music. They were amazed by York's smooth black skin and huge muscles, and their jaws fell slack at the sight of the dog, Scannon.
There is dog enough to feed the whole Yankton nation.
The man who kills Scannon would have to kill Meriwether Lewis first. Come to think of it, he'd also have to kill me and at least half the men.
Oh, this dog is very well protected.
Very well. I wish Coulter would come back with George Shannon.
Oh, it is something to worry about. Perhaps the savages have captured them and are secretly holding them to use in bargaining with you, huh?
Clark took over the parleying with Dorion beside him to interpret. He inquired after our two missing men, but even when the question was emphasized with the gift of more tobacco and beads, there was no information about them. However, Clark did manage to convince the Yankton Sioux to send an emissary back to Washington with Pierre Dorion. The next day, we said our goodbyes to the helpful Dorion, who remained with the Yanktons, and continued upriver. On September 6th, John Coulter returned to report that he could not find George Shannon. But a short time later...
Meriwether, do you see something up there?
Where?
Over there.
No? Wait, yes I do. A man.
A white man. Shannon! Right, brother! Punch the muzzle into those oars!
Private Shannon was thin and weary, but unharmed. He had subsisted for 12 days on wild berries and one rabbit he'd killed by shooting it with a sharpened stick. He'd run out of musket balls. Originally, he had become separated from the hunting party while stalking a deer and had followed a fresh Indian trail north, thinking it was the trail of the expedition shore party. Only when exhaustion made him rest were we able to catch up with him.
On September 23rd, according to my maps, we were 1,100 miles up the Missouri. Our camp was strategically defensible, and we kept sentries on duty around the clock. Then 5 Teton Sioux braves showed themselves and went through an elaborate pantomime of putting their bows and arrows and old trade muskets aside. Meriwether Lewis went out with a twist of tobacco for each one, and in sign language asked them to bring their chiefs to a peace conference the following day.
Welcome, warriors of the Teton Sioux. Welcome. I come to you from the great chief of the 17 states of America to extend to you the hand of brotherhood and amity.
I didn't like the look of it. 2 chiefs and their aides faced us. Black Buffalo and an evil, arrogant man called the Partisan. Behind them in a semicircle which kept our backs to the river were hundreds of warriors. Their mood was almost as needling and as arrogant as that of the Partisan.
They will supply you with all that you may need.
We need whiskey. Whiskey! Whiskey! Right in big loaf.
I don't think they understood a word of what I said.
I tell them what you mean, but they make up their minds in advance. They are closed against you.
No war. No fight. No kill.
The air guns, Jefferson. That might impress them.
Whiskey! Whiskey!
Bratton, put a slug into that tree beside the Partisan.
He shoot deep into tree with magic. No noise gun. Hole thick and long, as big as finger.
Ordway, bring a bottle of whiskey.
Did you hear that, Partisan? For our friends, a drink of whiskey, if that's what they want. We have fine friendship medallions from President Jefferson for you.
No, Jefferson. Ride in big boat.
Ordway trotted in and handed a quart to me, and I gave it to the Partisan, who promptly broke it open and began to guzzle
it. Whiskey, good. Want boat ride. Want trade good. Want good gun. We take all good. All. We take all boat. All. Jefferson, Paleface, go back down river on foot. Go.
Then the Partisan made the mistake of trying to force me to one side as he moved towards the boats. I pushed him back and drew my sword.
Pryor, man the swivel guns.
Pryor and his men leaped to obey, training the guns on the warriors who stopped their advance, but retaliated by notching arrows in their bows. Then the Partisan grabbed for the mooring rope of the keel boat.
Not go. Boat mine. Beef, tobacco, mine.
We ran forward, and I jerked the rope from his hands. I threatened him with my sword.
Everyone in the boats, prepare to fire.
Partisan, you see white man's big guns?
Me see.
Kill many Sioux with one boom.
Whiskey. Me want whiskey. Plenty whiskey. And me let you go upriver.
Get out of here.
Tobacco. Tobacco.
I took up a twist of the stuff and flung it squarely in his face.
We pushed into midstream and headed upriver without a fight and without paying tribute. Firmness and a little honest anger in the face of the toughest of the Sioux chiefs had bought us our passage. In his own right, Billy Clark was as tough as the partisans. And we knew well that those smoke signals which preceded us would be supplemented by Indian runners carrying the word that white men of a new and stronger breed were coming. Men who would not be intimidated.
You have been listening to Horizons West, the continued story of the Lewis and Clark expedition. Chapter 2, The Confrontation, starred Harry Bartell as Meriwether Lewis and John Anderson as William Clark. Featured in the cast were Carl Swenson, Jack Edwards, Jack Crucian, Sam Edwards, and Dal McKennon. Our story was written by Carly and William Tunberg and directed by William Lally. Sound patterns by Gene Twombly. Michael Rye speaking. This is the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
Tonight, the Cavalcade of America takes the characteristic American traits of family devotion and determination to succeed against odds and portrays them in the true story of a pioneer mother, Eliza Ann Brooks. Eliza was an inspiring woman who lived in an inspiring era, the era when America was developing westward beyond the Mississippi. She had an ideal and a motto which formed the basis of her story and which was the keynote of her life. Where there is no vision, the people perish. As our overture, Don Voorhees and the DuPont Cavalcade Orchestra play Wagon Wheels.
of 1852. On March 20th of that year, the novel Uncle Tom's Cabin by Harriet Beecher Stowe appeared. Isaac Singer patented a sewing machine. On October 10th, the first passenger train to cross the Mississippi River chuffed out of Chicago. America lost two of her greatest statesmen, Henry Clay and Daniel Webster. The pattern of the nation was changing. Migration to the distant frontiers of the West had begun. The West of great hope, of limitless opportunity, of new lives. Through the vision and spirit of the thousands of men and women who moved across the plains in the prairie schooners of the 40s and 50s, the nation was not only discovering itself, but perpetuating itself. Among these pioneer Americans was a mother who lived in Michigan with her 6 children, Eliza Ann Brooks. One day she received a letter.
Dear Eliza Ann, today marks the 2nd year since I've seen you and the children. I'm working very hard, and my health is much improved. You would like it out here in California. I often find myself dreaming of you and the children crossing the Great Plains to join me. We could build a new home and start a new life together out here. I guess that's a fantastic dream when you come right down to it, though. But I sometimes feel that perhaps...
George Brooks had gone to California to improve his health and the family fortunes, and Eliza Ann waited through the long days, weeks, months. Finally, 2 years passed. Most wives went on waiting, but not Eliza Ann. A few weeks after the letter came, her neighbors were astonished to see a big prairie schooner before her door, with 4 teams of oxen yoked to it. Her children were helping with the loading, while inside the house, Eliza Ann and her daughter Vienna are looking over the last details.
Vienna, I hope we haven't forgotten anything. Flour?
Yes.
Dried apples, hardtack,
Yes.
and the bacon.
Everything's packed, Mom. Now, if I can only find Jefferson.
Where'd he go? He was here a minute ago.
He had to say goodbye to somebody.
Well, fetch him and see that Elmont and Orion don't sit on the eggs.
All right, Mom, I'll go.
Vienna,
Yes, Mom?
you've been a big help, dear, for such a little girl.
Hello, Mrs. Tanner.
Good morning, Vienna. Eliza.
Come on in, Sally.
Eliza, I've known you for a long time. And if you ask me, I'd say that if your husband knew you were packing off to California, he'd put a stop to it.
Maybe. Anyway, I've written him that we're coming.
Mom, guess what? There's a big crowd collecting, and Tom Snow's making a speech like it was election day and saying you're the craziest woman in the whole of Michigan.
It's a fine way to talk about me on my own front porch. I'll go out and see about this. Come on, Sally.
They're so worked up at a woman going alone, Eliza Ann. As far as they know, it's never been done. And with that no-account Jeb hired for driving.
Now then, Tom Snow. What's this you've been saying about me?
This village ought to stop you, Eliza Brooks. Taking 6 little children in a wagon from here to California. Too bad, I say.
And I say it's too bad it's a free country so that even women up and do what they like.
Stick to your guns, Eliza.
Well, it appears like we're ready to go. Vienna, are the children all aboard?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, Mom.
I'll help you up, Mom.
All right.
Step on the wheel.
Thanks, Elisha. Where's the cows?
Hiding back.
Oh, good morning, Jeb.
Morning, ma'am.
Jeb, it's very kind of you to be driver. Sure you're not scared.
And not seeing what you're paying me, Mrs. Brooks.
Mom, I can take Red and Letty, can't I, Mom?
Oh, you and your chickens. Oh, all right, Orion. Well, wave goodbye to everyone, children. Go ahead, Jeb.
Go on. All right, Whitey.
All right, Sally. Oh, don't worry about it. Oh, don't
worry. Without daring to think too much about danger, Eliza Ann set out on the journey. The trip as far as the Missouri River was like any other pioneer trip. Mire and bogs caused by the spring rains, a late arrival at Council Bluffs, and plans and consultations to join some big wagon train. There, all 6 children came down with the measles. Eliza Ann had to delay her start. And one night, when she was away from the wagon, the children were listening to the stories of a casual caller.
And then folks in the wagon saw a whole lot of mounds by the road. Mounds in the earth.
What were they, Mr. Green?
Fresh graves.
Oh.
Yeah. Generally, Indians don't bother digging graves. But when the settlers got nearer, they saw that every grave had a head on it. The redskins had chopped off the heads of the corpses and put them on top of the graves to plague their relatives.
Oh, how terrible. Oh, now, Elma, don't be a baby. You're supposed to be asleep.
Why, is the little one scared?
Well, I knowed of a case where the Indians took a baby.
What in the world is going on here? Oh, Elma, darling, there aren't any Indians here. Hush, there. Who woke you up? I tell you children to get to bed instantly.
Yes, Mom. Well, we were hearing about... Well, Mr. Grange here is from the wagon that camped by us this afternoon.
Good evening.
Howdy. Been wanting to get a look at the lone female with the 6 children.
Didn't you know that my children have been sick with measles?
That's what I hear.
And the baby still has a fever. Should all be getting their sleep to be strong for our journey.
Journey where? Reckon you'll be going back to Michigan now that you've lost your driver.
What do you mean?
Well, that Jeb Hardy of yours naturally been talking to all the folks that's come in from the plains. And he's heard about how the Injuns is about to go on the warpath.
Where is Jeb?
I told him what he was up against. He headed north.
Oh. Oh, no.
You mean Jeb's gone?
You old quitter.
That'll do, Orion. Well, we'll go on without Jeb. I'm sure some of the Indians are friendly.
Mom, Jeb was awful lazy. We can find another driver.
You can. But this town's full of desperados that wait here to rent themselves as drivers to foreigners from the east.
Good night, Mr. Grange.
Well.
Good night. Children need their sleep now.
Well, so long. So long, kids. Indians are friendly.
Sit down here, Mom.
Mom, you aren't getting the measles, are you?
Children, maybe I was wrong about this trip. Are any of you afraid?
No, Mom. We're not afraid.
No, Mom. If any Indians shoot, we'll shoot them with the old flintlock. Bang, bang. Yeah, shoot them. Bang, 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 bang.
Children, stop it this minute. Now you've woke up Elmont again. There. There's no Indians, Elmont. No. Just your brothers, but they're worse than a lot of Comanches. No. Go to sleep, dear. Now get into your blankets, children. It's nice and warm. Put your arm in Justice. That's it. Hurry up. You all tucked in? Now close your eyes and we'll all say a prayer. Now I lay me down to sleep.
Now I lay me down to sleep.
I pray the Lord my soul to keep.
I pray the Lord my soul to keep.
If I should die before... Orion, have you got those chickens in bed with you?
None of them, Mother.
Put them outside, Orion.
Mom, can't I keep them in here just for tonight?
Well, all right, dear.
Yes,
Oh, God, watch over us and keep us. Up there beyond the stars, you know more about things than we do. We're not the first, and, well, we won't be the last who want to cross these prairies. Stay with us and help us, and everything will be all right.
Next morning they set out. Swinging the reins over their great black oxen, little Elisha and Eliza Ann herself had to admit that a man's strength was needed for the driving. They hired a driver named Jack Brandon, and their trouble began again. One night in camp, Jack was cooking supper while Orion, age 6, looked on.
What's cooking in that kettle, Jack? Smells like meat. You catch a rabbit?
Now keep your nosy little nose poked out of there. Now take that pail and go down to the spring like I told you.
Say, I didn't do nothing. You don't have to shove me around.
Oh, I don't, huh? I don't have to shove you, but maybe I want to.
You keep your hands off me. I know how Elisha got that black eye last week, and you even hit little Elmont, a baby.
I never seen such an outfit. Ain't you kids never been slapped?
Oh, you wouldn't understand. Give me that pail.
Hurry up about it.
On. Ain't you kids never been slapped? Wish I was bigger.
Orion, has Jack Brandon been riding you again?
Yeah. How can we get rid of him and get another driver?
No way on earth, Orion. Look at those campfires off west. Just getting dark enough to see them. That's the rest of the wagon train. Oh, we're way back of it.
Hopper! Hopper's ready.
Come on, Elisha.
Anyway, he offered to fix supper tonight so Mom can have a rest.
All right, shake a leg, you kids. I never seen such a lazy pack of coyotes in my life. Where's that drinking water, Orion?
I got it. I'll dipper it out. Feel better, Mom?
Yes, fit as a fiddle. Sit around the fire, children. Smells like Jack fixed a special treat for us.
All right, hold out your plates, folks, and I'll fill them up.
Hey, what kind of meat is this? Chickens. Mom, she's killed Letty and Red, my chickens.
That's right, kid. Both of them. Well, it was about time we had a square
Put
meal.
down that knife, Orion.
I'll kill him. Those were my chickens.
Why,
Orion,
you-
Jack.
Either I eat chicken tonight, Mrs. Brooks, or your outfit's without a driver.
Well, maybe that's better, Jack.
Well, if that's the way you feel about it, I'm through. Go ahead. See how far you'll get without a real driver on these prairies.
Go on they did, and got the feel of the plains as a sailor learns the roll of the sea. The endless flat earth, the bright sky of early summer. The dust, the sage, the pale, slow-moving rivers. They followed the River Platte for days, and perhaps Eliza Ann may have doubted the wisdom that had impelled her to find her husband and a new life in the West. But these were their children, these brown, laughing little savages. Her eyes at night searched the horizon for the sight of other campfires, and by day for other wagons that might give them protection. But they faced their first danger alone, rounding a slight rise of ground one day to find a band of waiting Indians.
Whoa. Whoa there. Go right straight on, Elisha. Indians. Elisha, you heard me. But hurry, get the team started.
Mom, I'm kind of scared.
We'll be all right. As long as they just keep looking at us like that. Indians don't get to see people passing through very often.
Yeah, maybe.
Children, you all asleep back there?
What is it, Mom?
Come here, Vienna. Look, dear. Tell the others, but don't let them get frightened. Them out of sight.
Yes, I will, Mom.
Keep right on going, Elisha.
Yeah, Mom. Gee.
Look out! Stop, Elisha!
Whoa!
Stop!
Whoa there!
We're sorry. We didn't mean to run into you, but you stepped in the way and...
Oh.
How?
Tell boy.
What?
Tell boy.
What to buy me, Mother?
That's quite a compliment, Elisha. No one ever offered before.
2 blankets.
No, thank you. No.
3.
No.
Mother.
Buy girl. Pony. Boys. Girls. More.
Might as well come out now, children. Yes, 5 boys and 1 girl.
3 ponies. All.
Well, you're very kind, but I can't consider it. No. Goodbye. Drive on, Elisha.
Get it. Get it.
No.
Goodbye.
Get easy.
Wanting to buy us. Of all the nerve.
Now, aren't you glad you were so good all the way from Michigan? Or I'd have snapped him right up.
That encounter seemed to bring them luck, for they soon caught up with the wagon train ahead. The sound of other human voices was grateful. But within a week, a couple in the train lost their children, a 3-year-old son who'd wandered off in the night. The rest of the train went on, but the Brooks stayed behind to help in the search. 2 days later, Elisha and Eliza Ann...
Let's go back to the wagon, Mom. We've been out here for hours.
I know how I'd feel if I lost one of you. We've got to find Mrs. Dennison's baby. He must be somewhere.
We've looked everywhere. It's getting awful dark.
Well, all right, son.
Mom.
Yes?
We're not making much time, are we? I only hope we get to the Sierras before the snow set in. Mom, do you think we'll ever get to California?
I'll tell you about something I was thinking last night, son. About when your father was courting me. He used to bring the Bible over to read because as long as he was reading the Bible, your grandfather didn't care how often he came. And I always remembered something your father liked. A saying of one of the prophets. Where there is no vision, the people perish. Don't forget that, son.
Mrs. Brooks! Mrs. Brooks!
Mom, it's Mrs. Dennison.
Mrs. Brooks, they found him.
Mrs. Dennison.
The settler found him late this afternoon, wandering around the stage. Oh, Mrs. Brooks, I can't ever thank you enough.
Me? You don't have to thank me.
Oh, if you hadn't stayed behind, my husband might have let the rest of the train persuade him to give up.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes, he might. I'd have never seen my baby again. You know how I...
Oh, yes, I know, Mrs. Dennison. Now, come on, let's go back to the wagons and get some sleep. Better start early in the morning.
But now the pioneer mother faced new dangers. Dangers that threatened to defeat her determination to bring her family across an unsettled continent. Real wilderness, alkali desert, the scorching August sun. No grass, no blade of grass. A gaunt woman and 6 lean children, gasping oxen, 2 of them staggering until finally they sagged and rolled over dead. Eliza Ann Brooks hitched the last team to a lighter cart found by the trail. Sometimes Indians stared down at them from the bleak hills. And then one morning...
Ryan. Lasha. Jenna.
What time is it? Oh, the sun's way up.
Well, I thought there was no use waking you because there's no way for us to go ahead today. Not on empty stomachs.
Will we just stay here?
Yes, we'll stay here. Right by this river. There's a better chance than anywhere of meeting other wagons. If anyone comes, they'll take pity on us.
Mom.
Huh?
I think I see a man on a horse.
Oh, you kept saying that all day yesterday.
Look around if you don't believe me. He's coming this way, too. Hello!
He's sure hurrying to get here anyway. Wave, Eliza. Be friendly.
Mom, it looks like Father. Father!
Eliza Ann.
It was the end of the long journey. The pain and the toil climaxed in that nearly incredible meeting of the family by the river. It was the end of a typical American saga of the Overland Trail. And for the rest of her life, Eliza Ann Brooks was known as one of the pioneer mothers of California. Her spirit lived many years after her death. For one day in 1921, in the town of Ben Lomond, California.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the big part of this celebration. Mr. Elisha Brooks, who came to California when he was 11, is 80 years old today. Because Mr. Brooks is the outstanding citizen of this town, because he's served for many years as principal of our high school and been one of our first leaders in every civic venture, we've come together to honor him today. Mr. Elisha Brooks.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. My kind friends, at a time like this, a man wants to feel grateful to someone for his good fortune. I charge up mine to my mother, Eliza Ann Brooks. She's been dead for many, many years now, but her kind of person always seems alive. She was one of those gadabout women. Took it into her head to come to California and just came. She didn't want gold. She was like a lot of other Americans who came out here to make a new home and do the best she could in helping to build this really priceless country we live in. I can still see our old prairie schooner creeping along just east of the Sierras. 6 starving children and a woman. And the woman talking about her favorite quotation from the Bible. I can hear her now. Where there is no vision, the people perish. Sometimes, when we were rebuilding this town, and I saw danger or trouble ahead, I decided that had better be our motto. So I give it to you straight from Eliza Ann. Where there is no vision, the people perish.
Cavalcade of America salutes the spirit of a pioneer mother, Eliza Ann Brooks. An example of the courage and determination to overcome hardship and despair in following an ideal. Characteristics that have marked Americans in every age in the annals of our history. And now here's Basil Rysdale speaking for the DuPont Company and bringing us another story from the wonder world of chemistry.
Tonight's story of chemistry is right under your feet, and under my feet, too. And it starts with a queer fact that may surprise you as it did me. Shoe leather breathes. The peculiar quality of breathing or letting air pass through it helps to make leather an ideal material for shoes. Millions of interlaced fibers make up the structure of leather, giving it flexibility and strength, and at the same time, making it porous. The chemical process of tanning not only preserves leather, but also makes these fibers even stronger than they are in the natural hide. Yes, in the very leather your shoes are made of, I found a story of chemistry that goes back to the days of ancient Egypt, when the pyramids were built. In those days, they used vegetable materials, such as oak bark, to make the tanning solution. The tribes of Old Testament times are said to have discovered the value of oak bark tanning. And in the course of time, men found that other barks and woods could also be used. The list is a long one. It includes hemlock and mimosa and mangrove bark, sumac leaves, nut galls, chestnut wood. They all have one characteristic. They contain tannin, a chemical substance. An entirely different tanning agent was discovered by chemists in the late 1800s, and chrome tanning was developed. Tanning done by the salts of the mineral chromium. Yes, the same metal used for the bright plating on your automobile. As far as your shoes are concerned, chrome tanning is used mainly for the leather that goes into the uppers. Most sole leather is cured by vegetable tanning. Whichever method is used, the tanner of today also depends on a score of chemicals that aid the numerous steps in the tanning process. Chemicals furnished by DuPont, as well as other chemical companies. By applying chemical research to tanning, man was able to hasten the old-fashioned slow methods that were more costly. Now he is able to ensure uniform quality and get a better product for less money. I am told that many other chemical products are used in the making of shoes. Among them are dyes, cements, and plastics for scuffless heels. As a result, you and I have comfortable, good-looking, and more durable shoes that kings and queens couldn't have bought a few generations ago. Shoes. Over 400 million pairs made in America each year. And every pair a walking example of the DuPont pledge that does honor to all chemists. Better things for better living through chemistry.
Next week, the Cavalcade of America will present the inspiring story of John Howard Payne, the man who wrote Home Sweet Home. On tonight's program, the part of Eliza Ann Brooks was played by Agnes Moorehead. Until next week, then, at this same time, this is Thomas Chalmers saying good night and best wishes from DuPont.
This is the Columbia Broadcasting System.
The makers of Chase and Sanborn Coffee, the superb blend you know is fresh, present the Chase and Sanborn Hour. And your host, Don Amici.
This is Don Amici tacking up the welcome sign for Chase and Sanborn with greetings to all our friends from all our friends. To you, from Nelson Eddy, Dorothy Lamour, Robert Armbruster, and the Chase and Sanborn Orchestra, and with cordial salutations to our guests, Fred McMurray and Helen Broderick. Tonight we're beating the drums of happiness and blowing the trumpets of joy as we hold reunion with our wistful wanderers fresh off the boat from Honolulu. Edgar Bergen and Charlie McCarthy. Welcome home, Edgar.
If I'm elected... Oh, no.
Well,
thanks, Don. It's good to be back, too.
And how do you feel, Charlie?
Oh, I'm so happy, Mr. Michio. I'm so happy.
Oh, did you miss me, Charlie?
Oh, Dottie, Dee, I did it. Every time I saw a hula girl, I thought of you. Well, I like that. I did, too. I saw so many, I missed you constantly.
Did you miss me, too, Charlie?
Oh, yes, I did, Mr. Eddie, yes. I just missed everybody except the hula girls.
Did you pick up any Hawaiian while you were down there, Charlie?
Oh, several. I mean, yes, indeed, yes.
So I mean the Hawaiian language,
Oh,
Charlie.
yes, of course, naturally. Yes, aloha nui kikui, that's Hawaiian, you know.
Oh, yeah? What does it mean?
Well, there are two schools of thought on that. I don't know, but it means Hawaiian, I know that. It's,
I know what it means, Charlie.
Armbruster, the actor, yeah. Startled me. Well, what does it mean?
Aloha nui kaku means greetings to all.
Well done. Well done. And how true. And how unnecessary. Take off the grease paint. We know you, Maestro.
So it's Aloha Nui Kaku added to our hope that you will all enjoy our show and that throughout the week you remain our friends as well as friends of Chase and Sanborn. Nelson Eddy sings the great favorite, Rose Marie, from Rudolph Frimmel's operetta.
I'm always dreaming of you. No matter what I do, I can't forget you. Sometimes I wish that I had never met you. And yet if I should lose you, it would mean my very life to me. Of all the queens that ever lived, I chose you to rule me, my sweet Rosemary, it's easy to see why all who long to know you love you. You're gentle and kind, divinely designed, as graceful as the pines above you. There's an angel's breath beneath your sigh. There's a little devil in your eye. Oh, Rosemary, I love you. I'm always dreaming of you. No matter what I do, I can't forget you. Sometimes I wish that I had never met you. And yet if I should lose you, it would mean my very life to me. Of all the queens that ever lived, I chose you to rule me, my Rosemary.
In the entire field of music, there is no more sweet nor appetizing dish than shortening bread. A dish so tantalizing it brings both joy and trouble to hungry little mouths. Serve it up, Nelson.
Put on the skillet, put on the lid. Mammy's going to bake a little shortening bread. That ain't all she's going to do. Mammy's going to make a little coffee, too. Mammy's little baby loves shortening, shortening. Mammy's little baby loves shortening bread. Mammy's little baby loves shortening, shortening. Mammy's little baby loves shortening bread. Darkies lying in bed. 2 was sick and other most dead. I sent for the doctor, and the doctor said, feed those darkies on shortening bread. Mammy's little baby loves shortening, shortening. Mammy's little baby loves shortening bread. Mammy's little baby loves shortening, shortening. Mammy's little baby loves shortening bread. I slip to the kitchen, slip up the lid, slip my pockets full of shortening bread. I stole the skillet, stole the lid, stole the gal to make shortening bread. Mammy's little baby loves shortening, shortening. Mammy's little baby loves shortening bread. Mammy's little baby loves shortening, shortening. Mammy's little baby loves shortening bread. They caught me with the skillet, caught me with the lid, caught me with a gal making shortening bread. I paid $6 for the skillet, paid $6 for the lid. I spent 6 months in jail eating shortening bread. Mammy's little baby loves shortening, shortening. Mammy's little baby loves shortening bread. Mammy's little baby loves shortening, shortening. Mammy's little baby loves shortening bread. Yeah.
Oh, shortening, shortening, shortening bread. I said bread. It certainly seems like home again to hear shortening bread.
Why, don't you like the song, Charlie?
Oh, yes, I like it. Every time I hear it, I like it.
No, just what does that mean?
Well, Mr. Eddie, you forced me to remind you that on January 1st, 1939, you resolved, quote, at point of gun or threat of lead, I shall not sing no shortening bread, unquote, apologize.
You have a fatal memory, Charlie. But let me remind you that the statement, quote, I shall not sing no shortening bread, unquote, contains 2 negatives, not and no, thereby making it a positive.
Well, how perfectly subjunctive.
Now, never mind that, Charlie. What about the gifts you promised to bring us back from Honolulu?
Oh, yes, of course, the gifts, yes.
You have them?
Well, Miss Eddie, you know how it is. There's packing and unpacking and custom offices. Oh, you know how it is.
Don't say you haven't got them.
No, I don't say that, no. What will I say? You see, I had them put in great big packing cases, see?
Yeah.
Yes, and just to be sure that they would be handled carefully, I marked them, fragile china, see?
Yes.
Yes, well, that's where they went. To fragile china. Wonder where they'd gone if I'd marked them this end up.
Charlie, never mind about the presents. All we care about is your presence.
Oh, Mr. Nietzsche, witty. What? Oh, it's awful.
Look, Charlie, did you have a good time in Honolulu? Well? I judge you enjoyed it, Charlie?
It was wonderful, Mr. Nietzsche. Wonderful. I went surfing, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you, I had more fun on those seagoing ironing boards.
Yeah. Edgar, did you ride the surfboards, too?
Oh, yes, Don. It's great sport, for building up the muscles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I wish you could have seen me standing on that board riding in on the waves.
Yeah, I wish you could, too. He looked like a wishbone standing on an empty platter.
Did you do much swimming?
Well, that reminds me. Mr. Nietzsche Bergen bet me $2 that he could stay under the water longer than I could, see?
Oh, yeah? Who won?
Yeah, well, Bergen did, after a fashion.
Yeah.
But they had to go down and fetch him up, see? And they had to use a pull motor on him, too. He'll do anything for money, that guy.
Well, now, that, Charlie, was an accident. I almost drowned.
Yeah.
Where did you find Edgar, Charlie? Under a shell?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, it was the old shell game with a new nut. A colleague of mine pulled him out. He was a beachcomber by trade.
Oh, beachcomber, huh?
Yes, beachcomber. That's Hawaiian for bum.
Yeah, I know what you mean, Charlie. He was a has-been.
No, just doesn't want to be. What a life that guy leads. All he does is fish and swim and lie out in the sand. Oh, that's the life, all right.
Yeah, let somebody else do all the work, huh?
Yeah, that's what he does, yeah. He's a sort of a barefoot Bergen. Oh.
That will do,
He doesn't care for that crack, no. Mr. Nietzsche, ask Bergen about the girl he met on the boat going.
Oh, romance on the high seas.
Yes, she was very nice, Don. Very nice.
Yeah, the society?
Yes, for the prevention of cruelty to animals.
As a matter of fact, she is very popular in Boston society.
Yeah.
Yes, she's the Boston cream of society, but she curdled.
That's not true.
No?
No. She came out last winter.
Yeah, saw her shadow and went right back in again.
What's her name, Edgar?
Utsums.
Utsums?
No. That's not true.
No, that's what you called her.
No, I called her Daphne.
And she certainly was, too.
That's enough, Charlie. Daphne's a very nice girl.
Yes.
Very nice.
Uh-huh.
She has lots of personality.
Uh-huh.
Comes from a very wealthy family.
Uh-huh. And as homely as they make 'em.
She's sweet, demure, fine.
And homely as they make 'em. She wears her teeth parted in the middle.
All right. No, that's all Charlie thinks about. Girls who are beautiful.
Well, you can't hate a guy for that.
Daphne has more than looks.
Yeah, she has anything but looks. She has a monopoly on crow's feet.
No, now listen. No. After all, it's time that you realize, Charlie, that beauty is only skin deep.
Well, that's deep enough for me. I'm no cannibal. No.
Boy, she really sounds a mess.
You think you're kidding?
Charlie, I resent that.
Why?
Well, she's a lovely girl, Don.
Yeah.
Yes, in the evenings we would sit up on the boat deck there with the wind blowing through our hair.
Yeah. Blowing through what?
Yeah.
Edgar, look, tell us. You can trust us. What did you two talk about, huh?
Oh, nothing, Don.
His usual subject, yeah.
We had such perfect understanding, I don't know, we would sit for hours in silence, just gazing at each other.
Couldn't have been very pleasant for either one of you, could it?
Well, I hope you bring her around sometime, Edgar, and give us the privilege of meeting her.
Yes.
How about next week?
No, I'm afraid not, Don, no.
Well, say 2 weeks from now.
No, I don't think I can bring her then either.
How about Halloween?
No.
Don, do you frighten easily?
Well, Don, I'm afraid that I'll never see her again.
Oh, well, that's too bad, Edgar. Why not?
Well, I'd rather not say.
Go on, tell him. Go on. You won't feel good until you do. Tell him what happened when you got off the boat.
No, not that.
Come on,
No,
Edgar,
really,
tell us.
No, I'd rather not. No.
Well, then I'll tell you. Now, Charlie.
What happened, Charlie?
I must tell. You see, we were getting off the gangplank, see?
Yeah.
And Bergen was helping Daffy, with her luggage. Daphne. All right, so be it. And when a man with a long beard ups and kissed her, see?
Yeah. Oh, he did?
Yeah. And Bergen said,
Now, Charlie, please.
I got to do it, Bergen. I got to. so A number one chump says, all right, Charlie. Durgan says, see here, sir. You know, brave like.
Yeah.
See here, sir, just because you're an old man gives you no right to get fresh with young girls.
Well, that was very chivalrous of you, Edgar.
Yeah. Yes, it was, yeah.
Didn't the old man know Daphne?
No, her Daphne was his mother. All right.
Well, mistakes are human.
Yeah, but you're the only one who falls in love with him.
With Charlie back in our midst, we'd expect that his sweetie pie, Dorothy L'Amour, would be in a very happy frame of mind. And so she is. But lest Charlie get too sure of his romantic standing, Dottie comes through with a tune tinged with blue. A song all about a melancholy mood. So, Dorothy, tell us your tuneful tale.
Melancholy mood forever haunts me, steals upon me in the night. Forever taunts me, oh, what a lonely soul am I, stranded high and dry by melancholy mood. Gone is every joy and inspiration, tears are all I have to show. No consolation, all I can see is grief and gloom, till the crack of doom, oh, melancholy mood. Deep in the night I search for a trace of a lingering kiss, a warm embrace, but love is a whimsy as flimsy as lace, and my arms embrace an empty space. Melancholy mood, why must you bind me, pity me, and break the chains that bind me? Won't you release me, set me free, bring him back to me, oh, melancholy mood. Deep in the night I search for a trace of a lingering kiss, a warm embrace, but love is a whimsy as flimsy as lace, and my arms embrace an empty space. Oh, melancholy mood, why must you bind me, pity me, and break the chains that bind me? Won't you release me, set me free, bring him back to me, oh, melancholy mood, melancholy mood, set me free.
It says in the book that he who hesitates is lost. There's no time like the present, never put off till tomorrow, and time is money. Well, that all applies to this piece of news.
Yes, you'd better hurry if you want to win $2,500 in cash, or one of 1,500 crisp new $5 bills, because those prizes will go to people who write in before our contest closes September 30th. After that, if you win the big prize, you can begin building a home, send your children to college, get a big new car, pay all your bills, buy new clothes and furniture. Just imagine, $2,500 all in one lump for you. And don't forget those hundreds of other prizes. Crisp new $5 bills to buy something nice for the house or the children. All you do is tell why you changed to Chase & Sanborn coffee. In recent years, more people have changed to it than to any other kind. Everybody had a reason. We want yours. Did you discover its marvelous flavor in the home of a friend? Did you change to save money or to be sure of freshly roasted coffee, rushed from the roasting ovens with the delivery date right on the new silver package? Tell us. After you buy your Chase and Sanborn dated coffee in the new silver package tomorrow, take the dated front of the silver package and write on the inside, I changed to Chase and Sanborn coffee because, and finish that sentence in 25 words or less. Be sincere, original, and clear. That's what counts. Mail your entries to Chase and Sanborn, 420 Lexington Avenue. That's 420 Lexington Avenue, New York City. Remember, first prize is $2,500, but your letter must be postmarked before midnight, Saturday, September 30th. Mail yours tomorrow.
Our visitor this evening, Fred McMurray, is a man of many talents. For besides being an actor of proven ability, Fred, if challenged, can match notes with the hottest of saxophone players and do a swell bit of singing on the side. Fred's latest screen romance is pictured in Paramount's production, Honeymoon in Bali. And it is my pleasure to appear with Fred McMurray in John Whedon's original radio sketch entitled Brenda.
The scene is the living room of a small New York apartment. On a billowing love seat, too low for comfort, perches Gerald Reeves, alone, waiting. While in the hall, Tessie, the maid, hurries to answer a knock on the door.
Why, Mr. Mike.
Hello, Tessie. Miss Brenda in?
Why, I thought you was in Washington.
I was. Miss Brenda in?
No, sir, she ain't. She certainly ain't.
Tessie, if you're lying to me, I'll break that fat neck of yours.
Honest to goodness, Mr. Mike, she ain't in, and that's a fact.
Then I'll wait.
She ain't in, Mr. Mike, honest.
So I heard. I'll wait.
Well, I don't know when she coming back. She might be kind of a long time. I don't know. Maybe she ain't coming back at all tonight. She don't tell me nothing. I don't know.
She'll be back. She forgot her hat.
Her hat?
Yeah, there on the table. And her cane.
Oh, that ain't hers, Mr. Mike. You know that. It belongs to Mr. What's-His-Name in the living room. He been waiting, too.
Well, if Mr. What's-His-Name has no objection, I'll join the line.
Yes, sir. You just step inside and make yourself at home. She's 20 minutes late already, but I'll tell her you're here when she comes.
Don't bother. I'll tell her myself. And a few more things besides.
Well, goodness knows I've done what I could, but I can't do any more.
Oh. Good afternoon.
Oh, hi.
Hot day, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been hot, all right.
Rather a warm situation, too.
Yes, it's... What's that?
I say it's rather a warm situation, you and I meeting here like this.
How's that?
You're Mike Kearney, of course.
Yeah.
I'm Gerald Reeves.
Oh, hi.
A friend of Brenda's.
Oh.
Great girl, Brenda.
Yeah, great girl.
I thought perhaps you'd heard of me.
No, I don't think I... Hey. You're not the guy that...
Yes, I'm afraid I'm the guy.
Well, what do you know?
I had no idea, of course, that you were going to be here this afternoon. Not that would have made any difference, you mean, but she just said drop in. So.
Well, I'm sorry if I'm busting up the party, but I had a couple of things on my mind I wouldn't keep.
Oh, I'm glad to have you. Glad you came.
Yeah.
Glad you came.
Yeah, I can imagine.
No, really, all I meant was that I wasn't expecting you.
No, neither was Brenda. Right now, I'm supposed to be down in Washington, eating my heart out on the government's time. Flying up here was just a little idea of my own.
Oh, I see. Sort of a surprise for Brenda, huh?
Yeah, it ought to be kind of nice. And only right, considering that you handed me quite a little surprise after I got to Washington. I don't know why I'm pouring out my heart to you. By all the rules, I suppose I should be hanging one on your jaw.
Well, I'd be glad to waive the rules, unless you're bent on making a scene, in which case I suppose the gentlemanly thing would be to get it over before Brenda returns.
No, I've got nothing against you.
I'm glad you feel that way about it, if you do. Because, to tell the truth, I don't altogether relish the position I seem to find myself in here. I mean, being the interloper, I understood that everything was over between you two.
Yeah, that's what Brenda thought. And that's the way she'd like it. What she doesn't realize is you can't end these little affairs just by sending your regrets. It isn't as easy as that.
No, I found that out.
You
Yes, you see, I was engaged myself. That is, until about a week ago I was.
Oh, you were, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, and then Brenda comes along in all the glory and takes you for herself, huh?
Well, now, wait a minute. You're making it sound a little nasty.
Yeah, well, don't let that worry you. The same thing happened to me.
Oh. Yeah, I guess it's always a pretty awkward situation all around. I don't know how it was with you, but Elaine, my fiancée, that is, she didn't take it very well, I thought. I mean, even making due allowances. Because after all, it wasn't our fault. Mine or Brenda's. It wasn't anything that we wanted to happen to either of us.
That statement has an old, familiar ring.
No, really. We fought against it. It was just something that was bigger than either of us. It overpowered us.
Yeah, sure. You were probably a little out of condition anyway.
Yes, we probably... What?
It was really fate that was to blame, wouldn't you say? I'm sure Brenda would.
Yeah. Yes, as a matter of fact, she did.
Yeah, sure. Fate is Brenda's best friend.
Now, wait a minute. It was the purest chance that threw us together. I was going down to Bermuda with the family, and my fiancée was to come down and visit us later. But as it turned out, well, that's neither here nor there. But then Brenda turned up unexpectedly on the same boat.
Yeah, it was a pretty sudden decision, as I remembered. A sudden urge to get away from it all. Whatever it was. Me, probably.
Oh, no. There was nothing prearranged about it, believe me.
Yeah, I believe you. That is, I believe you.
I'd met Brenda once or twice before that, naturally, but I'd never given her second thought. And then we were thrown together that way. You know how it is on the boat, and it just happened. And so, here we are.
Yeah, and here I am.
Yeah. You know, you've been very decent about this. Do you mind my being quite frank with you?
No, go right ahead. We're bound to get down to that sooner or later.
I'm sorry to say it, but if you come here to plead with Brenda, I can tell you it won't do any good.
Oh, you can, huh?
Yes, I can. I know from the way Brenda's talked to me about the whole thing.
Yeah, well, I haven't come all the way up here from Washington, D.C. to ball in her lap, I can tell you that.
Then what have you come for? Can't you see that you'd save yourself a lot of humiliation and spare Brenda a good deal of unpleasantness by just accepting matters as they are? It's unfortunate, but the fact is that she doesn't love you. Why not let her go at that?
You know Brenda pretty well, do you?
I think I understand her.
That's your first mistake. I've known her for 2 years, and I never understood her until this morning. Well, I don't want to say anything against Brenda, because she's a great girl, if you like the type.
Now, look, I know you've got a right to feel badly about losing her, but now that it's over, why not take it like a man?
Yeah, I suppose I should. I don't know. But it all seems to be working out too smoothly. For her, I mean. They were switching me to the Attorney General's office. She knew that a month ago when she got back from Bermuda. But she said nothing. She strung me along until it was time for me to leave for Washington. And even then, not a word. Last night, she kisses me a fond farewell, the loving fiancé. Then, this morning, when I get down there, there's a letter from her waiting for me. Just as simple as that. No scene, no fuss. It's beautiful.
She did that?
Yeah, she did.
Well, that is sort of unkind, I guess, but... well, after all, the poor kid, she's kind of sensitive. You know how she dislikes scenes.
Yeah, poor kid.
Sure. She probably didn't fully realize how you felt.
Oh, no, of course not. As a matter of fact, it's probably pretty rotten of me to come up here at all.
Oh, no. There's no use tearing yourself down, old man. I know how you felt. And anyway, there's no harm done. You can leave, and she'll never know.
Yeah, I guess you're right. There's just one thing.
Yes?
Before I go, let me read you a couple of passages out of this letter here.
The letter you got?
Yeah, the letter I received this morning in Washington. The letter from Brenda.
I'm sorry, Kearney, but I'm afraid Brenda wouldn't care to have me hear this.
Yeah, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if you had something there. But I'm going to read it anyway. Let's see. Michael, dear... Yeah, here it is. Yes, Michael.
Kearney, are you going to put that letter away, or do I have to make you?
Oh, now, makes sense, will you, Reeves? I'm not reading this out of spite, and I'm not going to read anything I shouldn't. It's just, well, I want you to hear what your dream girl has to say about you. There's no harm in that, is there?
Well, all right.
All right. Yes, Michael, she says. Yes, Michael, there is another man. He isn't half the man you are. That's you she's talking about.
Yeah. Go on.
He isn't half the man you are, but he needs me. And anyway, Michael, you'll understand that a girl has to think of the future. There's more to life than the thrills and excitement of the present. And love, well, Michael, you know as well as I do that love is fine while it lasts, but when it goes, there must be something more practical to take its place.
Kearney, are you... I mean, she did write that?
You want to see it?
No, thank you.
Oh, that gives you an idea.
Does that, yes.
But don't let it get you, old man. Don't let it get you.
You know, Kearney, there's one thing I'd like you to believe. When I first met Brenda, I had no idea that I was, well, butting in on anything.
Oh, well, forget it. All's fair in love and war.
No. I don't believe that. I never have. And under the circumstances, I think the only decent thing for me to do is bow out and let you patch it up with Brenda, if you can.
Oh, now, wait a minute. I don't want you to feel that way.
But if you went to her and said, Brenda...
what's done is done.
Well, but it hardly seems fair. I mean, you and Brenda have sort of built up a life together. You've got plans and hopes and all that sort of thing, no doubt. And then I come barging in and upset everything. Well, doggone it, man, it isn't fair. I don't blame you for resenting.
But I don't. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't. She's yours, old man, and I wish you nothing but happiness.
Oh, thanks.
And now I guess I'll be on my way.
Oh, no. Wait a minute, Kearney.
Why?
There's that new musical opening tonight. I thought, well, if you weren't doing anything...
Well, I'm not, but isn't it a little late to get some tickets?
Well, I've got a couple of tickets. Why don't you come with me?
With you?
Yeah. I was going to take a girl, but... well, I'm afraid she couldn't make it.
This is Don Amici, and the Chase and Sanborn Hour continues as Nelson Eddy sings the gay Non più andrai from Mozart's comic opera, The Marriage of Figaro.
Capitano, a me pure la mano. Io vuoi parlarti prima che tu parti. Addio, piccolo cherubino, come cangia in un punto il tuo destino. Non più andrai farfallone amoroso, notte e giorno d'intorno girando, nelle belle turbando il riposo, narcisetto adoncino d'amor. Nelle belle turbando il riposo, narcisetto adoncino d'amor. Non più avrai questi bei pennacchini, quel cappello leggero e gallante, quella chioma, quell'aria brillante, quel vermiglio d'onesto color, quel vermiglio d'onesto color. Non più avrai quei pennacchini, quel cappello, quella chioma, quell'aria brillante. Non più andrai farfallone amoroso, notte e giorno d'intorno girando, nelle belle turbando il riposo, narcisetto adoncino d'amor. Nelle belle turbando il riposo, narcisetto adoncino d'amor. Tra guerrieri può far bacco, tra mustacchi stretto sacco, schiaffo in spalla, sciabola a fianco, collo dritto, muso franco, un gran casco, un gran turbante, molto onore, poco contante, poco contante, poco contante. Ed invece del fandango una marcia per il fango, per montagna e per valloni, con le neve soglioni al concerto di trombone, di bombarde, di cannone, che le palle in tutti i tuoni all'orecchio fan fischiare. d'amore non più avrai quei pennacchini, non più avrai quel cappello, non più avrai quella chioma, non più avrai quell'aria brillante. Non più andrai farfallone amoroso, notte e giorno d'intorno girando, e le belle turbando e riposo, Narcisetto adoncino d'amor, nelle belle turbando e riposo, Narcisetto adoncino d'amor. Ero fino alla vittoria, alla gloria militar, ero fino alla vittoria, alla gloria militar, alla gloria militar, alla gloria militar.
Whenever Helen Broderick is billed in a new picture, that's a mighty solid reason for going in to watch the fun. Or she may be an acrid old spinster or a malicious maiden lad, but whatever she is, she's good. It's a real pleasure to welcome one of Hollywood's grandest character actresses, Helen Broderick. Hello, Helen.
That was me you were talking about, wasn't it, Mr. Amici?
Well, of course.
A sort of a quick thumbnail sketch of a grand old character player.
Yes.
Acrid old spinster. Malicious maiden aunt. That's old Broderick for you. Been knocking herself out for years.
Well, what are you talking about, Helen?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just that grand old character actress. You can call me prehistoric Broderick.
Oh, now, wait a minute, Helen.
A minute? I've been waiting for years.
But, Helen,
Decrepit old Broderick. Certainly she's not thinking of romance, not at her age.
Well, it's never too late.
Oh, what's the use? A character actress I was born, and a character actress I'll die.
Oh, now, it's not as bad as all that.
You'd know, I suppose. You've been a character actress.
Well, no.
Well, then stop horning in on my misery. Other girls grow up to be, the glamour girls or oomph artists or private secretaries, but not Broderick.
Oh, now, wait a minute, Helen. A private secretary, for one, has more worries than you have.
Not the kind of a private secretary I'd be.
And just what kind would you be?
Well, as a character actress, nothing glamorous, mind you. Just an old character actress. Let me give you an idea.
All right.
Get this picture. Broderick, the private secretary.
Yeah, it's a pretty picture, but I'm glad I'm not the boss.
Well, there I am in the office, just clearing up my desk and putting on a new face. It's 6 o'clock, and I have a heavy date to go to the Bijou and see Don Amici and Hollywood Cavalcade.
Oh, thanks, Helen.
Oh, that's nothing, Don. Well, as I said, there I am, all primped up and ready to blow when, wouldn't you know it, there goes my buzzer. It's that balloon face I work for. He knows as well as I do that it's way after office hours. All right. Keep your shirt on. I'm coming as fast as I can. Yes, Mr. Whiffle. Did you buzz for me? Oh, take a few letters. You mean tonight? Oh, yes, Mr. Whiffle. Oh, I know it's only 6 o'clock. Of course, I did have an important engagement tonight. Huh? Oh, well, certainly your letters are important, too. Oh, it isn't that. I merely thought the letters would wait till tomorrow morning. I don't think my date will. Oh, no. Of course I'm not blaming you for that. But when I do get a date... Yes, Mr. Whiffle, I'm sorry. Well, I'm ready for that letter any time you are. What? You're going to dictate how many letters? But, Mr. Whiffle, 15... Yes, Mr. Whiffle. What? Oh, don't be silly. Oh, I simply love taking dictation from you. Yes, I do. I could just go on taking your letters forever, and it looks like I'm going to. Oh, I wouldn't have you think I'm dissatisfied here. Oh, no. Well, I'll never forget how proud I was that first day you hired me, remember? You took me down and showed me my very own cheery little office. You know, the one without the windows. You opened the door and 2 bats flew out. But I didn't mind. Oh, no, not me. I loved it. Though I did wonder where the janitor would keep his brooms and mops after I moved in. And to think I spent 3 years in that air-heated cubicle. Huh? Oh, why, no, Mr. Whipple. I'm not complaining. Think how good it's been for my claustrophobia. And really, I don't mind working with my typewriter in my lap at all. Yes, Mr. Whipple, these last 3 years have just been one great, big, wonderful dream. Yes. Huh? What's that, Mr. Whipple? I'm a what? Why, Mr. Whipple, and you a member of the Goodwill Club, too. Now, look here, lame brain. For 3 years, I've been getting calluses on my ears from listening to that dictaphone dictation of yours. Oh, and that reminds me. Have you ever heard that voice of yours on a dictaphone record? Just between the two of us, it's loud. Well, it's certainly not good. Oh, no, it's not you. It's our dictaphone that's illiterate. Yeah. And while we're clearing things up, why in the name of all that's neat don't you ever pull up your socks? You heard me. Yes, your socks. Hereafter, Mr. Whipple, I'll thank you to wear garters or keep your legs off the desk when I'm taking dictation. Oh, what? There's not going to be any hereafter. Huh. That's what you think, dearie. There's going to be plenty of hereafter. Or Mrs. Jason P. Whipple. You remember Mrs. Whipple? Yes. Well, the old battle axe might find the real story about those weekly board meetings you go to very interesting. Board meetings at 10 cents a point. Yes. I thought you'd begin to see this thing reasonably. Well, now I hear my date outside, so toodle-doo, Jason, old dear. Don't forget to turn out the lights when you leave. And oh, yes, if I'm a little late tomorrow morning, don't worry about it. We can talk about my raise when I get in. So long, Whiffy.
The old-time poets and our modern lyric writers certainly have one thing in common. The majority of their efforts are turned to thoughts of love. We find the latest romantic sentiment expressed in the charming song called My Love for You. I'd like to sing it to you.
My love for you is past imagination. My love for you is such a revelation I never could feel before. Kisses were real before. Heaven was here today and gone tomorrow. But now I know that love's no mere sensation, for I'm aglow with joy and adoration. I worship the sight of you, darling, in spite of you, I'll make you mine. Every day you're all that I want you to be. Every day you seem to be nearer to me, dearer to me. My love for you is like the great elation that Shelley knew when he found inspiration. You can never change it now, for it's immortal, my love for you. My love for you is past imagination. My My love for you is such a revelation. You can never change it now, for it's immortal. My love for you.
News like this is profitable to everyone who hears it, so listen carefully.
It means big money to you if you hurry and win this easy contest. $2,500 cash, so don't miss out. Just think of getting $2,500. You could buy a new car, start building a home, send your son or daughter to college, and remember all the other prizes, too. Not just a few, but 1,500 of them. Each one a crisp new $5 bill. This contest closes midnight September 30th. So do this tomorrow after you get your Chase and Sanborn dated coffee in the new silver package from your grocer. Take the dated front of the silver package and write on the inside, I changed to Chase and Sanborn coffee because, then finish that sentence in 25 words or less. All entries become the property of Chase and Sanborn. Our judge's decision is final. In case of ties, we'll give duplicate prizes. The contest is open to everyone in the United States except Chase and Sanborn employees and their families. What makes this contest so easy is the tremendous number of reasons for changing to dated coffee, and such good reasons that in recent years, more people have changed to it than to any other kind. There's the flavor, the freshness, the money you save. And now your reason may bring you $2,500. Send as many entries as you like, using one dated silver package front for each entry. Mail to Chase and Sanborn, 420 Lexington Avenue. That's 420 Lexington Avenue, New York City. Send one of your entries tomorrow.
Charlie, on your greeting list tonight is an old friend of yours, Fred McMurray. Remember him?
Oh, yes, I certainly do. Hello, Mr. McMurray. Or as we say in Hawaii, hello, Nui Kikui. And I do mean Kikui.
Kikui to you, too, Charlie.
Please.
Well, the trip seems to have done you a lot of good. You look swell. Didn't get seasick, did you?
No, I didn't. But Bergen was a picture of Maldemer.
No, I wasn't. No, indeed not.
No.
No, I admit it was a little rough the first day out, but my sea legs, you know.
Yeah, well, what about your sea legs?
Well, I didn't get seasick.
Oh, I see. Don't you get seasick if you're bow-legged?
Well, no. All right.
Bow-legged.
No, don't listen to him, Fred. I enjoyed every minute of the trip, and I'm very fond of that Hawaiian food, too.
Say, Edgar, that poi you hear so much about, how does that taste?
That's very delicious, Fred.
Yes. It's made of taro root, and it tastes like wallpaper paste.
Did you like it, Charlie?
Did I like it? I was stuck on it.
Well, while we were in Honolulu, we had the good fortune of being invited to a luau.
A luau, huh?
Yeah.
What's that?
A luau, it's a sort of a Hawaiian snurgos board. You see, Mr. McMurray, luau is a Hawaiian word.
I suspected that.
Oh, did you? Yeah. Well, it is nevertheless. You see, it comes from the Polynesian word loho, sometimes called lehi, in the southern part of Polynesia, which, of course, comes from a Balinesian derivative, luhu. Lehi. Yes, which comes from the Hawaiian word luau. So there you are, I guess.
So that's where the word luau comes from.
Yeah, that'll be $3 for a trip around the islands. And now that I think of it, where do you come from?
Well, I don't know where I come from, but I know where I'm going, and it's out of here and fast. So long, Charlie.
So long, kid. Yeah. Sensitive, isn't he? Can't talk to a guy around here. People aren't as friendly here as they are on the islands. Oh, dear. You know, no kidding. I miss those hula girls. You do? Yes, I do.
Oh, so you thought those hula girls were a bit of all right, huh, Charlie?
Oh, Mr. Nietzsche, they're lovely. Just lovely. Oh, they live a beautiful life, those dancers. All they do is just stand around and twiddle their tummies.
Well, Charlie, we have a native girl here to greet you.
Oh, good.
A native of California. Very nice, too. Helen Broderick.
Who?
Helen Broderick.
Oh, character woman, huh?
Nevertheless, you must meet her.
Yeah? Well, if I must, I must. So, wheel her in.
I must say that's a fine way to greet a friend. Wheel her in.
Pay no attention to me, Miss Broderick. Just ignore me. I'm not myself today.
Well, whoever you are, you're just as disagreeable.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Why, Miss Broderick, you shouldn't talk to me that way. I've been away, you know.
Yeah.
Yes. I've been to Honolulu.
So what?
So, hey, Bergen.
Yes,
Do I have to be nice to this, her?
Yes, you do.
Yeah?
Yes.
But she...
No, never mind that.
No.
Always act polite.
Oh, all right. But I'm only acting.
Yes, I know.
Oh, Miss Broderick.
What is it, Splinter Puss?
Why? You... Charlie... No, all right. Miss Broderick, I just want to say I think you look beautiful.
Oh, do you really?
Yes. Tell me, who's your plastic surgeon?
Another crack like that, McCarthy, and I'll split you in half and use you for bookends.
Listen, you Model T loudspeaker.
You'll apologize for that right now.
Oh, very well, Mr. Bergen. Miss Broderick, if I've said anything that I'm sorry for, I'm glad.
Well, that's certainly a fine apology.
Charlie, will you please remember that Miss Broderick is a very fine actress?
Yeah? Well, I've never seen her mug on the screen.
Now, let me get this right. You mean to say you've never seen this face on a screen?
No, I haven't, no.
That's odd.
I agree with you. Nevertheless, I've never seen it.
Well, let me tell you what I thought of some of your screen triumphs.
Yeah, well, I can explain some of those. You see, Bergen didn't feel well. The lighting was bad. We're working against schedule.
Don't alibi. It wasn't the lighting. It was your face.
Oh, my face? Oh.
Yes, it reminded me of something.
Tyrone Power, perchance?
No, it reminded me I should have my roof reshingled.
Is that so, huh? Bergen, you know there are only two people in this whole world that I really hate.
Is that so?
Yes.
Well, who are they?
Why should I mention her name twice?
Listen, you animated hitching post. I want you to understand you can't insult me.
Well, don't say I didn't try. This is a fine fettle of fish.
What's the matter?
I don't know. After I've been feasting my eyes on those beauties in Honolulu, I have to come back here and meet you.
Well, Charlie, people made too much of a fuss over you in Hawaii, and I just thought I'd bring you down to earth.
Down to earth? You buried me.
No hard feelings, eh, Charlie?
Oh, no, Helen, dear, no.
Not Helen, Charlie. Miss Broderick.
Oh, yes, of course, yes. Yes, Miss Broderick. Charlie, shall we kiss and make up? Oh, we weren't that mad at each other. Tell you what I'll do. I'll teach you how to dance the hula, Miss Broderick.
Isn't it pretty difficult to learn, Charlie?
No, I can teach you in 2 shakes.
Well, you know, Helen, it's very interesting about that hula dancing. You know, every movement has a meaning. And the gestures in the dance, tell a complete story.
That's right, yeah. I shall now dance the story of the traveling salesman in Schenectady.
That's enough of that, Charlie. As I was saying, Helen, many of the dances are based on native superstitions.
Oh, are they?
Yes.
Are you superstitious, Mrs. Broderick? Miss Broderick?
No, not me, thank goodness. Knock wood.
Oh, ouch, my head.
What are you squawking about, McCarthy? I got the splinter.
Oh, did you?
Nelson Eddy sings The Blind Plowman. A simple and deeply moving story of everlasting faith.
And so we come to the end of another Chase and Sanborn hour, and it's homeward bound for us. You know, as the weeks go by, all of us manage to get our share of traveling in. What with Nelson Eddy singing concerts here, there, and everywhere, Edgar and Charlie tripping back and forth to Honolulu, and Dorothy Lamour flying to and from New York. And wherever we go, all the people we meet always greet us with words of praise for Chase and Sanborn coffee. Well, we think they're right, and we hope you do too. We hope that at your house, the same as at ours, it's Chase and Sanborn coffee every time. We'll all be back next week, and our special guests will be David Niven and Anita Louise. Until next Sunday, then, this is yours sincerely, Don Amici, saying au revoir.
Don't forget the cities of New York and San Francisco are making it easy and pleasant for you to visit their two great fairs. In both cities, accommodations for visitors are splendid and reasonably priced, and there's a hearty welcome awaiting you. At the fairs themselves, don't miss the special Chase and Sanborn attractions. At San Francisco Golden Gate Exposition, visit our colorful House of Hospitality. In New York, see the magnificent Standard Brands building featuring our great outdoor marionette show with puppets of Edgar Bergen, Charlie McCarthy, Don Amici, and Dorothy Lamour. It's fun, it's free, and you're always welcome.
This is the National Broadcasting Company.